Happy May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
At the time of recording, it is not even May yet, but by the time you hear this,
it'll be
time.
Yes.
It'll be time. So I am Dom.
I am Jamie.
And welcome back to the Cutting Room Floor. Like and subscribe because we know you love us and we know you want to. So go ahead and do that. Just remind you guys. Today, May the 4th, y'all know what that is. For Star Wars fans out there, it's one of the best days of the year. It's an excuse to watch a film you've probably seen 100 times.
Yes.
I'm like, which one am I going to watch this year? Well, since I just watched this one, who knows what I'll watch this year? I never do the sequels, though, on May the 4th. Always stick to either the prequels or the OG.
So
now I might do Rogue One or something.
So you don't do like The Force Awakens?
No.
Or the Ryan Johnson one?
The Last Jedi.
I love The Last Jedi.
That one's good. I was like, actually like Last Jedi. I laughed a lot. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, complete piece of trash. But
it's Frozen too.
It
is what it is. Same structure, same kind of, I hate to say fight scenes, but if you think about what's her name running on the water and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was like the water scene.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley runs like a little boy. Every time she runs, I'm like,
Jesus, sorry, I'm allergic to Frozen.
Yep.
Daisy Ridley's acting.
She is bad, man. She is bad.
Yeah.
She's a terrible voice actor too. She did the American version of this Hayao Miyazaki, a Studio Ghibli movie. I was like, who the fuck picked her to voice an Asian person? She's terrible cast. That was terrible.
Okay, squint a little more. No, that's not going to.
It's not going to help.
No, not at all.
All right, guys.
Wait, and people thought Hayden Christensen's acting was
dude. People came at him, but I'm like, let me tell you something. George Lucas said thumbs up, and we're going to talk about that because
yes,
I'm just might as well just lay it out right now. I am a very, very, very stark defender of Hayden Christensen in this movie. I will defend him until I'm in my grave or in my urn because Hayden Christensen.
Getting cremated is something you have to earn.
You are correct. You gotta earn that. Hayden Christensen, we're gonna get to him. Now I know a lot of people. This is one of those films. First of all right, we're doing Revenge of the Sith, guys.
Yeah, yes.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Episode 3.
Yeah. Because last year we did Empire. The year before we just talked generally about Star Wars and its influence.
Maybe next year we'll actually just do A New Hope.
Oh, yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, I love A New Hope. It's a slow burn, but once it gets there, it's there, man.
Yes.
Once they get to the cantina, that's when it's.
And look, Sir Alec Guinness, bringing it.
Absolutely incredible in there. These are not the droids you are looking for.
These are not the droids we're looking for.
Move along, sir. I love him in that. But we're talking about Revenge of the Sith, starring the GOAT. Hayden Christensen.
Greatest of all time.
If you hear this, Hayden, we're not laughing at you, bro. We're laughing. Well, I'm laughing with you. I don't know about this guy.
No, believe it or not, I could see. Like, I was texting you as I was watching it, and like there was so much more potential, especially for like him and Natalie Portman.
Oh yeah,
like just together, there was like chemistry there. It's just. What they had to work with was terrible.
I will say.
Yeah, it's not him at all.
This movie got some bad dialogue. I will say that. The acting isn't great. And watching again, I'm watching Natalie. I'm like, this might be one of her worst performances.
I know. Wasn't it awful?
It might be one of her worst.
It was so bad, but it's obviously not her.
No,
she's a great actress.
You know what I mean?
And honestly,
she did V for Vendetta that next year, and killed it. Yeah.
And she did those other movies like where she was like pregnant and living in a Walmart.
Oh, Where the Heart Is.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yeah, like before this.
Yeah,
I think.
So that's what like, bro. Leon,
obviously,
we knew she was going to be great.
And Hayden Christensen, I believe he's Canadian, right?
Yes.
So I think he was in a Canadian TV show before this. So it's like he has acting chops. It's not like he just. No offense to Jake Lloyd, but I think Phantom Menace was the first thing he ever did.
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, he was in Jingle All the Way.
Yep.
Then why does Phantom Menace seem like the first?
It seems like, I feel bad for Jake Lloyd, though, because he got bullied like a motherfucker, like 8 years old.
But it wasn't him.
No, that's what I'm like, bro. All these people ripping up these actors. I'm like, bro, GL said, good job. You know what I mean? He's like, you're doing great. Look, after you watch the prequels, you realize there's a reason he didn't direct Empire and Jedi. Like, you see that? Like, A New Hope was a fluke.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
Fluke, use the Force.
Like, I'm like, I think because like American Graffiti is great and it's well directed.
Yeah.
I just think Star Wars is too much. It's hard to direct a movie that big, a world that big, but his world building is incredible.
Yeah. That's what I text you. Like, his ideas and his world building is amazing. Because even think about like Indiana Jones, Willow, yeah. Or probably his greatest film,
Howard the Duck.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying.
That movie.
You're right. Yes. Yeah, that's the greatest Marvel movie ever made. Howard the Duck.
So many people are like, George Lucas did that?
Yes,
sir.
And it's a Marvel movie?
Yep. They're like, hey, so it goes, it might as well be in the MCU.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it canon? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
do they want to fire a cannon at it? Maybe.
But like, we'll get into it. Let's get into some stats. So real quick, this movie is technically the third installment if you're going in chronological order.
Yeah.
Because
not in
Rogue One and Solo would lie in between these and the OGs.
Yeah, you're right, they would.
Yeah, they would go in between these. But Revenge of the Sith is the movie where we see the birth of the greatest villain to ever touch a screen, Darth Vader.
Oh, I thought you meant Emperor Palpatine.
I mean, he is one of the greatest villains to ever.
Or Yoda.
Yoda's a villain in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Revenge of the Sith. We'll talk about it. I don't fuck with the Jedi. The Jedi are just as wrong as the Senate. Like they're just as bad because the Jedi, they're selfish as fuck. Yeah. And they can't see anyone else.
Don't you mean like selfish they are?
Yeah, selfish they are. Very. And then you expect this kid who you blatantly told, we don't really like you and we don't really trust you, but we need you to do some shady shit for us and shut the fuck up and not say a damn thing about it. And you thought he wasn't going to rebel? They're like, oh, we sense he's off. I'm like, well, you ain't helping.
Yeah. Like, that's true.
Great mentor is like, oh, you sense he's off? Instead of bringing him closer, let's push him further into the motherfucker that we don't like. I'm like, you guys are stupid. Mace Windu, Yoda, you guys are both fucking dumb. But we'll get there.
Okay.
So, Revenge of the Sith, 2005.
Yes.
Directed by George Lucas.
It's a 20-year anniversary.
20 years, baby.
Wow.
That's crazy. 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
7.6 on IMDb's. Good score. And a 3.9 on Letterboxd. So, the people like it.
But see, I think... Like, I just watched it because I have all, like, the Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff. So I just popped it in, and it starts up, like, right, let's say after, like, the Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
Because it's after Attack of the Clones,
it's after Attack of the Clones, and it pretty much is there because it's a clone army.
Yeah, so, like, if you haven't seen at least Attack of the Clones or The Phantom Menace, you're going to be
you mean lost as fuck. Yeah. You definitely need to see them.
Who's playing Luke now?
Right, they're like, huh? They're like, well, who is this guy?
Yeah,
you'd be like, this is Luke's dad?
And the thing is, like, Anakin, like, he doesn't have his parents anymore.
Nope.
So at this point in this film, he's a little orphan Annie.
He's an orphan. He's Orphan Annie.
That's who he
is. Orphan Annie. That's what he is. Put some red curls on.
Yeah.
Keep it
red dress.
Yep.
I guess R2 would be like his Sandy, the dog.
Yeah. R2 is amazing in this movie.
Actually, yeah, it's R2's movie.
It's his movie. Because he's there for every single thing that happens.
Yeah, C-3PO is hardly in it.
Oh, yeah. And I still put him in worse characters, but he's barely in it.
Wow. Oh, and Mind Wipe him as well.
Huh? Fucking... I can't stand that guy. But
you don't like Anthony Daniels? Or just C-3PO?
Yeah, C3. Anthony Daniels is fine. C3 as a character sucks, especially in Empire, bro. They even say it. You know, the movie even knows it sucks.
We did talk about that.
They're like, turn this motherfucker off. He's like, yo.
But he's the first LGBTQIA android. He
is. He goes always.
He's like, I'll turn your floppy disk into a hard drive. R2? Is that what he said?
Basically, I guess. And R2's like, beep, beep, get the fuck away from me.
Beep, beep, ribby, ribby.
So, like Jamie just said, though, guys, if you haven't seen the first two, which if you clicked on this, you've absolutely seen it.
Of course.
You didn't just say, what's this?
Yeah.
So we know you have seen it, but
like I've seen them, so it was easy. But I'm just thinking, just going into it cold, you'd be like, huh?
Oh, you'd be fucking lost. I mean, because even like if you watched Empire and never saw A New Hope, they explain it in the movie, and you can pick up on it, you know. Yeah. But this one, you got to see the other ones. Because, I mean, where we start, Annie's a little-ass kid doing pod races, and now he's a grown man banging Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Although he was a kid, and Natalie Portman was still trying to fuck him.
Yeah, that's true.
So he got older, and you stayed the same. Are you a vampire? Like, I don't know
But she can't be, because she... You know, at the end of the film.
Oh, yeah.
Her expiration date is up.
Yeah, it was up. She expired. So this movie, it jumps right in. Count Dooku and General Grievous have the Chancellor, who we know now as the man Palpatine or Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
They got him held up in a ship, and he's pretty much a prisoner, even though when they get there, he looked like he's chilling on a throne. Yeah. I'm like, you don't really look like you're in captivity. Yeah. Like it looks like they're about to bring you a steak dinner.
Yeah. It's like, is he waiting for a BJ?
What real shit. He's sitting there like, what's up, dudes? Come on. I'm like, so, and he's still calling shots. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. So the opening's fun. The action is. The one thing about this movie...
Yeah, the action scenes are incredible.
They're incredible. You can say what you want about the acting, the dialogue, which I won't even fault you for, but the action, especially for 05, the CG looks great in this movie.
And look, believe it or not, like, and this is actually a compliment, so in case anyone thinks it's a dig, the action scenes could have been directed by Michael Bay.
Well, Michael Bay's a great action director.
He is. Yeah. That's where he shines.
Yeah, Transformers may suck, but them action scenes slap.
I don't know. The first Transformers
was fire.
Incredible.
First one was fire, bro.
The acting and the action.
Bro. Young Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox. Woo!
Yeah,
bro. She's still fun.
And look, even Josh Duhamel and Tyrese, doing their... We're not G.I. Joe, but we kind of are.
Anthony Anderson, Randy. I'm like, there's a bunch of motherfuckers in it.
Yeah, isn't... oh my God! Now I can't think of his name.
Who's the one dude running the FBI? Is it Goldblum? No, it's not Goldblum. Who the fuck? There's somebody else big in it.
Isn't it like John Turturro?
Turturro. That's what it is. Turturro.
Bernie Mac is in it?
Bernie Mac is in it. Yeah, he sells him the car. Yeah, he sells him Bumblebee.
Yeah,
like, crazy.
We might have to do Transformers at some point.
Okay. I need an excuse. Yeah, I was like, that's a perfect excuse for me to watch because I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And it's sitting there, and I'm like...
Because when that came out, it was mind-blowing.
Yeah. Like, it was...
Is this good?
I was like, damn. Because, like... Anyways, we'll do Transformers for you guys. Yeah. But yeah, Transformers is great. So... They're on the ship, and Count Dooku is like, "Oh, y'all think y'all leaving with the Chancellor? Ain't happening." So, So you know, they have
Speaking
a tag
of vampires, It's Christopher Lee.
It is Christopher. R.I.P. to Christopher Lee.
Yeah,
he's in all the he was in all the epic franchise rings. Yeah, he's
the end of his career. He
was a franchise man. Yeah, big. He's in multiple billion-dollar movies.
Yeah,
so. Wow. Christopher Lee playing Count Dooku, who's great in Attack of the Clones, by the way. He's one of the best parts of that movie.
Oh, yeah, he was.
That movie is shit. But
hold on really quick. One thing that I didn't like about this movie, in spite of how good the CGI was, I don't like CGI Yoda.
I don't either.
I'm so used to Puppet Yoda.
Yeah, and I like Frank Oz's puppeteering.
Yeah.
So we just get a voice role from him, which is...
So it's almost like he's not really... It feels like he's not really there. And I mean Frank Oz, even though someone was there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, because Yoda is a puppet, he has so much expression.
Yeah.
Puppet Yoda. Like, when you watch Empire Strikes Back, when Luke starts pulling the X-Wing out the river, bro, you see it in Yoda's face. It's like he just got hard on him. He's like, seriously, bro. He's like, his eyes get all big. I'm like, yo, how did they make this puppet look like he was actually excited, bro? Yoda was like, and when he couldn't pull it out, it's like he just went limp on it, bro. I've never same with Darth Vader.
His hard drive turned into a floppy disk.
It definitely did. when Luke jumps off the thing, when Vader's like, "Take my hand," I've never seen a mask with so much expression. I'm like, nothing changed on his face, but everything changed on his face.
Believe it or not, it's the same way in Doom Patrol, the TV show with Robot Man.
Oh,
man. Because of Brendan Fraser's voice, there's so much emotion in an emotionless face.
Emotionless, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That's talent there.
Yeah,
I agree. Yoda is much better as a puppet, but you can't put a puppet in a bunch of CGI.
Yeah, that's true. It would look weird.
Yeah, so they're like, Count Dooku's like, I've been waiting for this. What's good? Let's go. So he got to fight Obi-Wan and Anakin.
And Anakin now is like...
Oh, he's like the man.
He's not quite a master.
No, I think talent-wise,
Talent-wise, but they haven't officially made him a master.
Yeah, because they know there's something blocking him.
And they don't want, I guess, like his ego.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, if he,
Like, if we make him a master now, he just don't think he's the hottest shit since sliced bread.
Yeah, because he was, 8 or 10 years old, 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Young boy.
And now he's 30.
Right? Yeah, all of a sudden, him and Natalie Portman are the same age.
So I do have a quick question. I know we might get to it, so I just want to throw it out there before I forget. Are Jedi celibate?
Yes, they're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be. That's why it's a big deal that Padme's pregnant.
Because they're kind of like a religious order, so I was wondering. Okay.
Yes, yeah, they're definitely not supposed to be fucking.
Yeah.
Definitely supposed to be reproducing.
Yeah.
So, and that's why they kept the pregnancy a secret. And that's why when she told Obi-Wan, he's like, oh shit, that's what y'all was doing.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why this kid wants more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think they're supposed to fuck. But I mean, how do you have me be with Natalie Portman so I can't fuck her? Get out of my face.
But also, how do you get more Jedis? If it's not like a family.
That's what I'm like, bro. I'm like...
Because what about the midichlorians?
Yeah, but I think if you...
What about Qui-Gon?
I think the whole thing is if you get in the order, then, once you become a part of the religion. Because, I mean, obviously, there's people who are force sensitive that's just regular motherfuckers walking around,
Yeah.
So, like, hell, Daisy Ridley, that bitch was just walking around in the sand, force sensitive, not knowing shit.
Yeah, but also, you find out, isn't she...
Let's not even get into that,
okay.
Cam. That's the stupidest shit, whatever.
Okay.
But... yeah, so they got to fight Dooku, and Dooku's giving them some work, bro.
Yeah,
but they do say Dooku is one of the best, hand-to-hand, saber fighters.
Did he have 2 sabers?
Yeah, they had 1.
Really? Because sometimes when they're going, everything blurs. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Dude?
He had 2. He had
that's
the red.
Incredible.
Yeah, he had the red, and they both had the blue.
Yeah.
Because, he's a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
And so he's giving them some work. And he actually fucks up Obi-Wan up.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
And that fucking giant thing falls on him like, okay, you should be dead.
Yeah.
That was a nitpick, but whatever. I do have that nitpicks, but...
in his defense, it was CGI. It wasn't really there.
Yeah, it wasn't actually there. And I'm like, girl, there's just no way old-ass Count Dooku is about to fuck both these dudes up, right?
I don't know, though, because think about, with the age comes the experience.
Yeah.
So he...
and I feel like you get stronger with the Force as you get older. So, because Yoda's 1,000, and he's fucking strong as shit Force-wise.
He's at least 800.
At minimum, yeah. In
Empire.
He's 800. Yeah, he's 800. Yeah, he even says, I trained Jedi for 800. Yeah, he's...
well, I don't know. He only trained him. He trained him for 800. He might be.
He could be 1,000. Yeah.
Just think about the child's 80, right?
Yeah. Yo, Grogu. I think he's 50 when Mando starts. So
okay.
Yeah, wow. I mean that's still old.
Yeah.
Old for a newborn. He's got Benjamin Button disease or some shit.
Wait, I guess is it reverse Benjamin Button?
Yeah. It's reverse Benjamin Button. Yeah.
Which is just normal aging.
Normal aging. Yeah. So Annie's like, oh, you fucked up. Obi-Wan, fuck that. So he starts fucking Dooku up, and he cuts both Dooku's hands off, which is revenge, because he cut off Annie's hand.
Yeah, because that's what the Chancellor says to him. He's like, well, you just wanted revenge.
Yeah, you just wanted revenge. And you know right away that the Chancellor is evil, because this motherfucker's like, kill him.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
And Anakin's like, okay.
All right. Double cuts this motherfucker's head off with 2 lightsabers. I'm like, oh, damn, George Lucas.
Well, the Chancellor, obviously, we all know he was setting it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can only have one master and one apprentice.
Yep.
Yeah, and since Dooku was his apprentice, He's making room for Annie to get your gun.
Yep. And on top of that, he knew Anakin was special. Everyone does. They can feel it. They're like, oh, this kid's strong. And like he says it throughout the whole movie. It's honestly, I was like, he sounded a little pedophilic.
Kind of,
yeah. I was like, what you want to do with this kid, bro? But so Obi-Wan, he's kind of looking at Annie like, bro, you just killed that motherfucker. You should have brought him in for trial.
Yeah.
Which is the right thing to do.
Yeah. And isn't that where no, it's later on. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yep. So they get to Chancellor. They fight all the dumb droids.
Oh yeah,
they're so dumb and silly, especially in the Clone Wars cartoon. They're so funny. But they get back and they're like, "Yeah, we killed Dooku. We brought the Chancellor back." They're like, "Good job." Mace Windu's like, "Good job, but we don't like this motherfucker. But don't tell him."
Yeah.
So you get back. We see Padme and Natalie Portman's looking like Natalie Portman, which is amazing, but she's quite wooden in this. And she's like, Annie, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? He actually had that, like, teenage response, like, for real. Like, he was like, he was like, shit, I thought I pulled out.
Yeah. Good Lord.
And she's like, isn't this wonderful? He's like, it's wonderful. She started laughing there. And I'm like, he's like, fuck this. So, but, if you got to knock up somebody, you could do a whole lot worse. So,
yeah, it could have been our buddy from The Phantom Menace. Jar Jar,
your boy?
Yeah, my favorite character of all time.
Best Star Wars character without question.
Me thinks I'm pregnant.
Great CG work, though.
Yeah, honestly, we talked about that before.
I was like, dude, honestly, CG was insane.
Honestly, we did say without the Phantom Menace, without Attack of the Clones, and without Revenge of the Sith, we would not have Avatar.
Who knows what CG would be right now?
Yeah, Avatar would not exist.
We could be 8-10 years back on CG. So I'm like, shout out to Lucas for the tech.
And honestly, James Cameron needs to lick Lucas's taint every day.
He really does.
For what he was able to do first, so James Cameron could build upon it.
Yep. Didn't THX help James Cameron get the liquid for T2?
Probably, because they were the big.
Yeah, they were. Or what's his other company called?
Lucas something.
No, the light one. The old Industrial Light and Sound.
Yeah, ILM.
They might have helped him.
Yeah.
Lucas definitely helped Cameron out more times than one. So,
and also, just really quick, I was thinking about this watching this. This is a year after The Incredibles. Because The Incredibles was the first time they did believable like water with like CG.
Oh, Frozen, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just getting a drink of water.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson.
Yes, yeah. So it's like if you look at like what Pixar was doing and what George Lucas was doing, they were really changing the game.
They were changing the game. I was like, what they did in the early 2000s is set up everything we're enjoying now. So, but so they get back and Padme's like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh, this is great. And
fantastic.
And they're like, all right, cool. Everything's all good. Except, clearly, the Jedi Council, they don't fuck with Anakin.
No.
And you see right away, Obi-Wan and Anakin's relationship has grown tremendously from the last two films. I mean, Obi-Wan's kind of like, they're more like brothers, but I mean, Obi-Wan's at least supposed to be like 15 years older than him, I feel like.
I would think, yeah. I feel like in Phantom Menace, Obi-Wan is whatever age Anakin's supposed to be now.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. So, Obi-Wan looks out. He loves him. You can tell they have a good relationship. Obi-Wan really loves him. But Anakin knows that he can sense it. These dudes don't fuck with me like that. But Anakin likes the Chancellor, and the Chancellor loves him. And, people are like, I don't know, bro, what's going on with the Chancellor? And he's like, he's not a bad man, he's a good guy. He's been here for me since, I got here. And Obi-Wan's like, motherfucker, who? I'm chopped liver?
Yeah.
I protected you. Like, shit. Sorry I couldn't save your mama, but, you good? So, the problem is, the main conflict is the Clone Wars are approaching, or just ended technically.
Yeah, just ended.
But the clone army is still around because Grievous runs them.
Yeah, but that's like the droid army.
That's what I meant. The droid army. Sorry, I said fucking clone. I meant the droid army.
Yes, yeah.
So Grievous got the droid army, and he's still large. And
Grievous and Butthead?
Grievous and Butthead. That's hilarious. So Grievous is still at large, and that's who they're trying to get. And they're like, all right, we going to find him. They're like, we know where he's at. We just got to have whoever going to get him. And Annie's like, I can do it. They're like, no, you aren't experienced enough. We don't trust you. We need a real Jedi to go get him. Someone like Obi-Wan. And Annie's like, fuck him up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to say, all right. And they know he has a good relationship with the Chancellor. And the Chancellor, he runs the Senate, but the Council and the Senate are two different things. And they don't quite agree on things.
Yeah.
Especially with the Chancellor at the head. They sense that he has evil plot. Mace and Yoda know this. They're like, we have foreseen this because they can see the future.
Yeah.
So they know that he's dirty, but they can't just flat out do anything until he does. So they have a great idea. Well, Anakin, we know we don't trust you, and we know we can feel and sense that your feelings are teetering between the dark and the light. But we want you to go hang out with the leader of the dark side and let him rub your shoulders and get in good with him, and then come and tell us everything he tells you.
Oh, yeah, yes, they do say
that's what they want. They're like, yo, get close to him, tell us everything, spy on him. Essentially, he's like, you want me to spy on the Chancellor? They're like, well, don't put it like that. He's like, that's what the fuck you want me to do.
Yeah, it sounds so dirty when you say it. It does.
And I'm like, but they got the audacity to ask this motherfucker to do that. But when presented to the Council, they will not make him a master.
Yeah, it's not at all.
And it's embarrassing, and it's actually a slap in the face because there has never been a Jedi on the Council who isn't have the rank of master.
Yes.
And they're like, well, you're on the Council, but you ain't a master. He's like, and Obi-Wan's like, don't worry, bro, it's coming soon. He's like, bro, this is embarrassing. I'd rather not be on the Council and y'all just put me on when I'm master. Because now it looks bad that I'm on here, but it's like, okay, I get to roll with the team, right? But you're on the team, you're getting a check, but you sitting on the fucking bench the whole game. And it's like, damn, bro, but I'm one of the best players and you'll sit me on the bench. Yeah. It's like, come on, it's like putting Michael Jordan on the bench, bro. For real. And he clearly is strong with the Force. He's young, spunky, hungry. Only problem is now, he's been having dreams. Bad ones. Nightmares.
Oh, yes.
Dreaming about his love, Padme, dying. And he's like, I can't shake these dreams. I'm having these dreams every night in these visions, and I see you dying with these kids. And she's like, what happens to the kids? He's like, shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's like, I know your ass die. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it, babe. It's all good. Just nightmares. Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And he's like, bitch, I'm a Jedi. These ain't nightmares. I'm seeing this shit. And so she's like, well, don't worry about it. But he's worried about it. And he does what he's told, gets close to the Chancellor. And one of my favorite scenes is the Chancellor's at like, I don't know, a galactic opera or something, whatever it was, when they're sitting in it's kind of like a private booth type thing. Yeah. And there's all these colors and it looks awesome. And Annie comes up and Chancellor's in there entertaining some guests. And Annie kneels down by him and he's like, hey, bro, I need to holler at you, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, all right, y'all motherfuckers get the fuck out of here. Sit down, Annie, my boy. And they have a conversation. He explains to him, hey, bro, just so you know, he pretty much tells him, like, bro, they want me to fucking spy on you.
Yes, yeah, he does. He rats out the Jedi.
He rats out the Jedis, and he's like, but I need your help. Bro, I'm having these visions I can't shake. And he's like, let me guess, something happened with your wife? And he's like, yeah. He's like, He's like, I sense this. And he's like, there's a way to save her. He's like, for real? And he's like, yeah. He's like, my master taught me all the uses of the Force, not just the Jedi way. And he's like, I know some shit. Basically some dark arts.
Yes, yeah.
And he's like, I can help you save your wife, but you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And he's like, well, can I learn this? He's like, yeah, but not from a Jedi. And at that moment, you realize, okay, this guy is not a good person. He's evil as fuck.
And he's manipulating the situation to get what he wants.
Oh, my God.
But also, is he the one giving him these visions to manipulate the situation?
And I've thought about that, and I'm like, he's got to be. The one thing that made me teeter with that is because, spoiler alert, guys, it happens. Because it happened, I'm like, maybe he actually was just having those visions.
Maybe, but it could also be like, you know how some people call it, what, like a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to a psychic, and a psychic is like, well, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, you're going to do whatever you can, even subconsciously, to make sure that shit happens.
Does or doesn't happen.
Yes. Yeah. So, because how she does die, even the doctor, the robot doctor, is like,
he's like, she's perfectly healthy. I have no idea what's
there's nothing, we can't find anything wrong.
He's like, this bitch healthy as an ox, bro. This bitch, I don't even know. We checked everything.
Yeah.
It was just her time. And that's a good question. That's, you know what? Unanswerable.
Maybe Palpatine made sure she died.
Maybe she did.
Just to...
So he can have them all to himself.
Yeah.
Because if she's still alive, that's going to cloud.
It gives him incentive to
break away.
Yes.
Or, So that's a good point. Maybe he did. We'll call up George Lucas and ask him.
Yeah, because it would just mean that Palpatine is more evil
than we
Yeah.
I truthfully think Palpatine is probably the most evil force almost throughout cinema, because
I don't know. Donald Trump was in Home Alone 2.
But as a fictional character.
Oh, okay.
Think about this. Every villain has motivation.
Yes.
What the fuck is Palpatine? It's just power?
I think it is just power, because he does everything he does to take over everything, right?
Unlimited power.
Yeah, but what do you do with that power then?
Exactly. That's what I'm like, what's your end game? Because most villains, they were wronged at some point, or they have some kind of tragic story as to why they are how they are, or they think in their head, if I do this, I am helping X, Y, and Z or whatever. There's usually some kind of motivation for a villain that in their eyes is good, and you can usually see and understand their thought process even if you don't agree with them. Palpatine's just evil for evil's sake.
Yes.
Like, okay, Annie, you could look at Annie as being evil. Everything he did was to save his wife, though.
So Palpatine is sort of like that old saying, like, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's really what, it could be that simple.
I think it is, actually, because every other evil force in Star Wars has some form of motivation, except this motherfucker. At least none we know about. It sounds like he had a good life growing up. Sounds like, dude, you're the chancellor. You're chilling. You get kidnapped and you sit on a throne?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're living good. I feel like he just was like, I'm the man and I deserve to be the man and fuck everybody else in my way. I'm going to use and step on whoever the fuck I want. He didn't care about Annie. He don't love Annie at all. And I'm like, man, I'm like, bro, anywho. So Anakin's like, yo, man, I think I'm going to get close to this dude and see what's popping. But he is very conflicted because he is still reporting back to the council.
Yeah.
And
because he can't not at this point, even though he told.
Because Chancellor was like, do what they say.
Yeah.
Like, he basically was like, we'll kind of set it up so it's in our favor.
Yes.
We'll report to them what we want them to know.
Yeah.
And
we'll keep them out of the signal
chat. Yep. Yeah. Yes.
Even though everyone else will be.
Everyone else is in. Yeah. So, but it does come to a point where he meets up with Palpatine and he's like, Palpatine tells him some stuff and Annie's like, okay, dude, you're fucked up. I'm about to kill you. And Palpatine's like, do it. Kill me. But if you kill me,
you can't save her.
Yeah.
Anakin, he's like, oh shit.
He lets the saber back down. He's like, oh, all right, yeah, asshole. And at that point, he's never been probably more conflicted about anything in his life. Because he's like, bro, this guy flat out told me I'm fucked up, but I need him.
Yeah.
But he does go to Mace Windu, played by Sam Jackson the GOAT, purple lightsaber, sweet. And the only reason he has a purple lightsaber is because George Lucas asked him to do the movie. He said, yes, but under one condition, I have to have a purple lightsaber.
Really?
Yep. And George was like, okay. And he's like, "But why purple?" He's like, "Because it looks cool, and no one else has one." that's literally what he's like. Wow. George. Apparently, George was like, "Yeah, that's totally fine."
Yeah.
So
I need a fuchsia lightsaber.
Yep, that thing is sweet though, man. I love that color. Like, that color, it looks so good as like a glowing,
phallic object.
Yes.
Yes.
So, he goes and tells Mace, and Mace and them have already pretty much said we don't trust you, and you basically have to earn our trust by doing this.
Yes,
which is a terrible move because it's like, if that's the case, don't tell him you don't trust him. Make him think he's a part of the team.
Yeah.
He's doing the most important mission for us. He's basically like, do it or die, bitch.
Yeah.
And
you're right. They kind of treat him like garbage anyway.
Shit. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
When I'm like, I understand Vader's motivation a lot. You're an orphan boy. You lost both your parents, mad young. You're getting trained by these people. You've been getting trained by these people for well over 10 years at this point. And they treat you like a redheaded stepchild? Y'all know I'm the man. Yeah. The prophecy says I was sent here to destroy the Sith. That's what it said. And they're like, oh, it could be wrong. And it's like, well, you making me think it's wrong, so it's about to be wrong. And I'm like, It's just one of those things. I'm like, I felt like the Jedi were so arrogant and ignorant they think their intelligence is superior that they motivated Anakin more to do the wrong thing.
Wait, but if Yoda and Mace Windu can see the future, wouldn't they know that it's not Anakin who's going to destroy the Sith?
Remember, it's always unclear.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because this was written after episodes 4, 5, and 6.
But it is. But one thing they touch on in episode 4, 5, and 6. In episode 5, Luke asks Yoda, like, "Bro, are my friends gonna die?" And he's like, "It's difficult to see. Like, I don't know." So I don't think they can see everything. I think they kind of get feelings, and it's like,
because Luke doing what he ends up doing with Vader's help later on, that does fulfill the prophecy.
It does,
but it's not. And it's because of Anakin, because without Anakin's sperm, obviously,
that's what I was like. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is it that way? They're like, he'll fulfill the prophecy, just not in the way we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, or he thinks.
Or he thinks either,
yeah.
Because I'm like, I think when it comes to the Force and seeing the future, I think it's light waves, like feelings, hunches, like intuition more so than anything than a clear picture. So it's like, I got a feeling. Like when Order 66 is executed, Yoda just gets the pain. He feels the pain, but he doesn't quite know why.
Oh, yeah. When all the Jedis are murdered.
Yeah. He feels it, but he doesn't quite know what's happening.
Yeah. So is that one that gets killed, is that does she have her own show now?
Ahsoka?
Yeah.
That's not Ahsoka. There's a lot of people who look like that. They have long, like, braid things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people that look like that.
Okay.
No, that's not Ahsoka, because Ahsoka is alive after Annie becomes fully Vader.
Okay.
So then, Annie's like, bro, I don't know what the fuck to do.
He said it's a hard knock life.
It is a hard knock life for me. He's like, shit, not us, me. He's like, I'm the one dealing with this shit. And I do feel bad for Annie because it's a lot of pressure for like a 28, 29-year-old, 27, how old are you supposed to be?
Yeah.
You got a baby on the way, 2. You didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You got 2 kids on the way.
And he's not ready because he didn't even know it could happen.
Right. He's like, I thought they made me sterile.
Yeah. And who really told him about the birds and the bees if he's training with like an order of celibate monks?
Yeah. They're not like, yo, bro, you got to get it wet first. Like, he had to learn this shit on his own.
You got to lick it before you
got to lick it. Before you stick it. You got to munch it. Before you punch it. I was like, you got to preheat the oven before you stick it in the tongue. You had to learn. Padme taught him that. She was like, right there. Yeah, just like that. Don't stop. So,
don't get out your lightsaber
yet. Yeah. Keep that up. Don't. He's like, all right. So Annie's like, dude, this is bad. So They find Grievous, though, and they send Obi-Wan out to do the job. And it's one of the best scenes when he fights Grievous, because Grievous is such a fucking caricature, bro.
Is it in Attack of the Clones where they show like his like heart and lungs and stuff? Okay.
Yeah, it's dope.
Because that's what I kept picturing. And then in here, you just see like his eyes looking like, what is it, Lord Humongous, right before he hits the truck, right? It's kind of what his eyes look like.
Why does this movie have so many parallels to Mad Max, bro?
It does. We were talking about it. Yeah.
I'm like Vader wearing the assless chaps. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. I'm like, Lord Humongous.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. That movie was dope. But
wait, hold on really quick. Did I tell you I did read a thing that said originally Lord Humongous was going to be his partner from the first one that got like burnt up. But like I guess he healed and got jacked.
Yeah,
that's why he had the cop's gun.
Okay, that's dope. See, a little Easter egg.
Originally, it was supposed to be.
George Miller was like, "Nah, fuck all that."
Yeah.
So Annie's like, "Shit, I don't know what to do." But Obi-Wan,
yeah,
he finds Grievous. Hello there.
Yeah.
And Grievous is he's like, let me show you what I got. This motherfucker pulls out 4 lightsabers.
Oh my God, yeah, his arms. Yeah.
And then the best is when he's swinging them around and he's like burning the ground.
Yeah.
It's so sick. And you're like, man, how the fuck is...
Oh, yeah, because he's like, I learned...
Count Dooku taught me the arts of the lightsaber fighting. And Obi-Wan's like, bro, I'm about to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And he's like, back up, guys. This is my fight. And Obi-Wan's like, bro, you might want to let them help, bro. You might want to get fucked up. He's dropping big-ass fixtures on him with the Force. I'm like, man, Obi-Wan could probably bench 1,000 pounds, bro. I'm like, shit. So he fucks Grievous up. Grievous gives him a little bit of a fight, but it was where he cuts his arms off and he fucks Grievous up.
They really like to cut hands off.
Oh yeah, it's just, dude, hands getting cut off. I think once he saw the shock factor from the audience from Empire, he's like, yo, somebody's got to get cut off every movie. That's one of the, bro, when you first watch Empire, Vader cuts Luke's hand off so fast. You're just like, what the fuck? You're just like, did that just happen? Oh, it's one of the best. Oh my God, don't even get me started. But, that's... Oh,
I know that's your favorite.
That's lies right here in the heart, man. But, so, Grievous ges fucked up, you know, and it's no contest, but it is fun when Grievous is on the little, like, circle bike thing, and...
Oh, yeah. And he crawls into
dragon thing.
He's almost like an insect or
something. Yeah, I'm like, Grievous is such a cool design character. I was like, I always liked Grievous as a design.
And like, Anakin, like, I thought you'd be taller.
Yeah.
Grievous is huge.
Yo, he's huge. But... Grievous, he gets fucked up. He ain't no match for a real Jedi. And Obi-Wan proves yet again why he's the man. But while Obi-Wan's out handling business, man, Darth Sidious and Anakin been getting into some shit.
Yeah. So, because is this
so he's there right so he's there right before he gets there as like Annie and Palpatine are fucking up Mace.
Yeah, so like, because I would, there's that important scene where like Palpatine. Oh no, it's right after Mace. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay,
yeah. So basically,
because that's where Palpatine turns into the old
Palpatine we know. Yeah. So Palpatine. Annie tells Mace like, bro, this dude's playing some fucked up shit, and he's like, all right, well, listen, if what you're saying is true, you will earn my trust, but you got to stay here. And he's like, bro, I need to come. He's like, no, because he's like,
just ask Padme.
Yeah, we know you came there a lot. So Mace is like, bro, I feel the conflict in you. This is not your fight, and he's right because at this point,
it's a conflict of interest.
Yes, he's getting pulled. He's literally, it's tug of war with Anakin's arms at this point.
Yes, yeah.
And Mace is like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to book him. So Mace and the crew pull up, and they're like, you under arrest, motherfucker. And he's like, whoa, hold on. I'm just a weak old man. I can't do shit.
Yeah.
And Annie runs in, and he's like, yo, bro, hold up. He's like, motherfucker, I thought I told you to wait in the car.
Yeah.
and he's like, listen, bro. He's like, yo, Palpatine's like, oh, I'm just a weak old man. He starts fucking shocking the shit out of fucking Mace Windu, which I love this scene because I love, goddamn, what's the actor who plays Palpatine's name?
Ian McDermott.
Ian McDermott. I was like, Ian something. Yeah, Ian McDermott. He's so bad and so good in this scene because it's like, oh, I'm defenseless. Then he's just like, this motherfucker's like a rat, bro. Like, he's disgusting. But he's shocking the shit out of Mace.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I'm guessing Mace was kind of using the Force to maybe put it.
I think shock him. He had his lightsaber.
Yeah,
and it was kind of like
absorbing it. Yeah, I'm guessing he was forcing some of it back to him.
Yeah, because that's when
he starts. He goes from 60 to 900.
Yeah,
you know
he does. Yeah,
like his skin literally. Like Ian McDermott, he was 60 in that movie. He looked 60.
Yeah.
By the time this fight was over, he looked 600. Like his skin literally gets so wrinkled, his hair gets weird,
and he got all gray.
He starts looking like the Count from Bram Stoker's Dracula before he was sexy Gary Oldman.
Yeah. when he was like licking
the razor. Yes, that's what he looked. He looks like that. I'm like. Yeah. And I'm like, you can't tell. And you know what? Francis Ford and George Lucas are good friends.
Yeah, they came up together.
Yep. And Francis was like, listen, bro, just rip off Bram Stoker's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense because if you think about Palpatine, like a vampire sucks the life out of you.
Sucks the life out of you. And that, actually, man, look at us.
Yeah.
Great magic. Dude, he does start to look, he looks like an old vampire by the time it's done. He looks like a 6,000-year-old vampire. And he's like, bro, stop. He's like, I gotta kill this motherfucker. He's like, don't kill him, bro. He's like, he needs to stand trial. This isn't right. It's not the Jedi way.
And that's when Mace is like, but he has the Senate and the courts.
Yep. He's like, bro, we kill this, we're gonna lose. Like, we gotta kill this motherfucker. And Mace is right. And if I was Mace, I'd be like, hold on. Ain't you the same motherfucker that cut Count Dooku's head off?
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't want to hear it.
After you cut his hands off?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you just cut every part of him off. You cut his dick off too?
Yeah.
I'm like, shit.
Shove it in his mouth.
Shove it in his mouth? That's just some fucking dead president shit, man.
Yeah, what the hell?
Fucking so, and he's like, bro, don't do this. And Mace is like, I'm killing this motherfucker. Mace raises that purple lightsaber. He starts to swing it down at Palpatine, and he chops Mace's fucking hand off, and Palpatine fucking bolts this motherfucker out the window. And I'm like, oh, well, see you, Sam Jackson. It was fun while it lasted. But obviously, we will never know. I don't think Mace is dead.
He could have survived.
We all know getting an arm cut off in Star Wars, bro. It's like breaking a fingernail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we'll just give you a robotic.
We'll give you a better hand.
Yeah,
it probably is better, and it functions.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, they stitched Luke up in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
He was like, dude, he's out. Shit, we good.
Yeah,
just wear a black glove and you're good.
Yeah.
So, if you ask me, I don't think Mace is dead. I love the little theory people were putting out a few years ago. And they were like, what if Mace didn't die and Finn is a descendant of Mace?
Really?
That would have been sick.
Yeah, but then Finn should have had some kind of
Force sensitive.
Yeah,
but they teased that in The Force Awakens.
They do, yes.
So I'm like, that would have been fire, bro, to connect them. But of course,
so then could Rey be like Luke and Leia's half sister? Because if like Palpatine may not have had kids, but his apprentice could.
Yeah.
I mean. As far as we know, his junk still worked.
Yeah, bro. Until Rise of Skywalker came out, I was fully convinced that Daisy or Rey was Luke's daughter.
Yeah.
Which would have been I know it sounds cliche, but it would have been a way better plot line.
Yeah,
it would have made sense, and it'd be like, okay, fine. Like people could have got behind that.
Yeah,
dude. When people are like, oh, Palpatine's back and Rey's related to him, it's like. Okay, no one asked for this motherfucker to come back.
Yeah, so who's Snoke?
And we're like, who's
Andy
Snoke?
Serkis. No, not the actor.
Snoke. And Snoke, I actually like Snoke. I like the look of Snoke.
Yeah.
They fuck him up, though. That is a good scene. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good action scene when Rey and Kylo Ren go and fight in the Red Room. This shit's sick. But, anywho, so Mace is dead. We'll put air quotes around that. Yeah. And now it's like, at this point...
Mace was a bad motherfucker.
Sure was. Sure was. Motherfucker. Yeah, he sure was. But he's like, Pulp Fiction, he's like, go in that bag, get my wallet out. Which one is yours? The one to say bad motherfucker. That's so funny. But so after that, Anakin's like, shit, it ain't no turning back now, bro. I just killed one of the main dudes. We fucked.
And he starts kind of freaking out.
He does. Who wouldn't, bro? Yeah. It's like you accidentally killed someone. It's like, oh shit.
And then that's when Palpatine is like,
he pretty much swears him in office.
Yeah, and it's great because the one thing after like Anakin swears to be his apprentice, have him be his master. Mm-hmm. I love how like one half of his face is all in shadow. I'm like, wow.
Yep, that was very intentional.
Yes,
I didn't like that.
Oh, I see it.
Because at that point, he's still battling. Yeah, he's still battling his inner demons.
Yeah.
But man, after you kill a temple full of little kids, bro, I think all the lights gone. The lights went out, bro.
Yeah,
somebody shut off the candles because dude, I'll put it like this because I saw that shit in theaters, back in 2005.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, like bro, when I first saw, I'm sitting there and I'm like, 13, 14. I'm sitting there, and he walked in there, Master Skywalker, all the shit's going crazy. What do we do? And he just looks at me, you see it, and the kid, he jumps back a little bit. I'm like, bro, they're not going to have this motherfucker kill a room full of younglings. There's no way that's happening. And then, when Yoda and Obi-Wan get there later, I'm like, this motherfucker killed a room full of younglings, bro.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, yo, that was dark for a Star. That was dark for a Star Wars movie.
Well, though, too, like at the time, it's almost like these younglings are going to be masters before me.
Yeah, right, real shit. It's like this motherfucker going to be a master together. Yep, and he's going to be a master. He's going to be, hey, go give me some coffee.
Yeah, it's like what? You. Yeah, it'll be like Barry's boss in The Flash.
Yes,
you should still be getting.
You should still be 2 sugars.
Yeah,
2 sugars. That's what it's going to be. Yeah. It's real quick. Speaking of Barry playing dual roles. I couldn't help but watching Sinners. I couldn't help but think about Ezra Miller.
Oh, really?
Because that's how good Michael B is with Michael B.
Yeah,
Michael B's chemistry with Michael B was incredible.
I wonder
like Ezra and Ezra.
I wonder if you watch The Flash just to kind of see how it's done well.
I'm sure he did.
That kind of.
I'm sure he did. Well, he said this is what he said in the interview. He was like, in the hood, there's always a set of twins. Everyone always knows a set of twins. And they're always 2 of the coolest dudes. So he was like, I didn't want to get another actor to just be a plain brother. He was like, I wanted 2 different versions of Michael B. So
yeah,
that's what he got. And it worked out. But anyway, back to this.
Yeah, sorry.
So they execute Order 66, which is kill every motherfucking Jedi left on this goddamn planet. Bro, that scene is actually quite sad because you see these innocent people getting mowed the fuck down. Like the Ahsoka looking chick, bro, they did her dirty.
Yeah, they did.
I was like, damn, bro. I was like, they went in. She was just, I'm like, damn, bro. And it's crazy because like even when I like when Obi-Wan gets to where Grievous is, the dude who comes and greets him, he's like, what you doing here? He's like, bro, thank God you gotta help us, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We held captive here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because he's like, Grievous isn't here, dude. He's here.
He's like, bro, he's here.
Yeah.
Listen, he's like, and Obi-Wan's like, blink twice if you're in trouble. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, my man was blinking. He was like, help, please.
Yeah, he's doing worse fucking thing.
Yeah, right. He's like,
dash, shot die, dash. SOS.
Yes, please now, because it's sad, bro. But dude, they kill all the young. Dude, Anakin kills all the younglings, and I think that was the moment George wanted us to see there's no fucking turning back.
Yeah.
You don't turn back after that. He cut Mace's hand off. He flies out a window. All right, we can overlook that.
Yeah.
You kill the future of the Jedis. I mean, what do we do?
Yeah, I mean.
And he essentially goes up to Leia's adopted uncle or dad, essentially.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Smith.
Yes, the Spanish dude. He's a good actor. He's great. Stuff. Yeah, he's and Obi-Wan goes and finds him, and he's like, "Listen, we all meeting up. There's some shit going down, and Anakin's going crazy." So Obi-Wan goes to visit Padme, and he's like, "Listen, bitch, Anakin is off the rails. He's like, when he leaves, she's like, oh, he left yesterday. He said he's going to handle business. And Anakin tells her he's got all these grand plans and how I'm doing the right shit, setting us up for the future. But at the end of the day, no matter how evil Anakin's getting, his number one priority is his wife and kids.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, okay, sweetie, have fun at work.
Yeah. That is sort of how she is.
Yeah, she's very, so I was like, George, you know Natalie can bring it harder than this.
Yeah.
I feel like he told her, like, dude, just be the chick.
Yeah, be a stereotype.
Yep, just be the chick in distress. Just be that.
Yeah.
And I know she's like, bro, you do know I'm like amazing, right? He's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, you do what I tell you.
Look, we're gonna sell action figures with your likeness. You'll make more money.
He's like, listen, you about to get paid. I don't want to hear it. She's like, you know what? You're right. I am about to get paid. Fine, Georgie.
Yeah.
Anakin. So Obi-Wan's like, you can't trust him. He's evil. He killed a whole bunch of little kids. He set this shit off him and the Chancellor. She's like, huh? And he's like, listen, stay here. Don't do nothing crazy. I'm going to go find that motherfucker. I'm going to kill his ass. And she's like, but there's good in him. Oh, yeah, there's good in him. And he's like, shit, I don't know about that. But, of course.
She's like, he had his good in me.
Yeah. Like, all the good was left in you. You know what I'm saying? So Palpatine's like, yo, Annie, head over to Mustafar, which is essentially hell. He's like, head over to hell, and I need you to kill every motherfucker there so we can take this shit over. And he's like, no problem. Dude goes in, kills every single motherfucker there. And R2 is there for the whole ride. That's what I love about R2 seen everything that happened in here. Yeah. R2 didn't watch Anakin do some of the most fucked up shit. Yeah. And he's such a good, obedient little droid. He's like, all right, beep, beep, beep. He just keeps rolling through. I'm like, bro, I know R2 was like, man, it's hot out here. What are we doing on hell, bro? He's like, I didn't know hell was a real place we could just go to. And I'm like, bro, there's lava everywhere. It's probably like, I don't know, 1,000,000 degrees Celsius.
The floor is lava.
The floor is lava. Yes, all of it.
I do like that scene in the beginning when I think it's Obi-Wan and Anakin and someone else are like caught in something in a hallway and all the droids are coming.
The droids are coming, yeah.
And Anakin's like, just wait. Yep. And then R2 comes through, and then this droid like kicks him over.
R2 gets fucked up. But it's dope when he burns all of them though. R2 becoming clutch when the stupid little things trying to kill him, and Obi-Wan's like, shoot it in the eye, and he's like, and you hear R2 scream a whole lot in this movie.
You do.
Why he screams like a human, I don't know, but he does. But R2 is just chilling, watching all this. And I'm like, yo, if you had a hangover moment and somebody took R2's memory chip out and plugged like a flash drive and plugged your computer and they had a photo show, it'd be like the hangover. You'd see some crazy shit, bro.
And the thing is, like, at the end, the dude says to wipe C-3PO's mind, not R2.
Yeah, because he knows C-3 sucks and who cares? R2 got some shit in it we gonna need later.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Because R2 has the coordinates.
You're right.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. R2, which obviously that comes much, much later, but R2 is very valuable.
Yeah.
He can pilot a ship.
He can.
You know what I mean? He can do a lot.
He's probably as good of a pilot as Anakin.
Yeah. Maybe better. He's a fucking robot. As long as his programming's good, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna get tired. He ain't gonna get hungry. He ain't gotta take a shit.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why they want to replace those machines. They're like, they don't need to eat, get paid, shit. They don't have emotions. They ain't sags their wife cheated on them. None of that. They just work when we tell them to work, as long as we tell them to work. So they're on Mustafar. Anakin kills all the motherfuckers. And C3 gives Padme a little lift to Mustafar. Why the fuck Padme comes to Mustafar?
Yeah,
I don't know. I would have called him. I would have hit him up.
She wanted to go to a sauna.
She was like, you know what? I'm going to sweat these toxins out. So
it'll be good for the babies.
Notice they don't sweat here either.
Like, yeah, you're right.
There's not a bead of sweat.
Well, that's because in front of a green screen, there's really
AC. There was like, it's AC in this room. I'll be spraying them with water. I'm like, come on. I better go run around and, get hot.
So, we need to let people think you're actually here.
Yes, think you're in hell, because that's what it looks like. So Padme's like, honey, what the fuck is going on? Man, that motherfucker Obi-Wan came through and said, you going crazy, dog. She was like, He said, you joined the dark side, you killed younglings, you and fucking the senator or the chancellor taking shit over, and you don't give a shit about shit. He's like, well, I did this for you, for us. And she's like, what the fuck you mean? He's like, listen, what I'm doing now, babe, me and you will rule the galaxy. He's like, the chancellor has foreseen this. And Annie's been saying this shit forever. He's been saying this. He said it in the OG trilogy. Like, how many times does Darth Vader tell Luke, the Emperor has foreseen this?
Yes.
He knows we're going to overthrow him and take over. He knows. And I'm like, does he know? Because I'm like, but he knows. He knows everything at this point. Because I mean, he does get unlimited power. Like, if you ever play like Battlefront, it's a Star Wars like a fighting game, multiplayer game. It's dope. You can be like dark side, light side, pick different user abilities. Palpatine is so overpowered, it's not even fucking funny. He can float. He's got the fucking lightning. He's so annoying. I'm like, man, in that game. I got to use my man Darth, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The force choke, bro. Force choke a motherfucker off the side of a building. It's great. But anywho, so she's like, dude, you are not the dude. She's like, look, let's just go now. We'll just go somewhere and raise our kids. Like, woman, this man has committed war crimes.
Yeah.
You think he could just, hey, y'all, I'm sorry. Forget about all that. I'm gonna go over here and
I'm gonna go settle down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go settle down on Nobu or whatever. No, you don't get to go to Nobu. Yeah, you get Nobu. I'm like, you think you're gonna go to Alderaan? No, you go to none of them dope planets.
Yeah.
Yo ass, you can go to Endor and live with the Ewoks. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Why not?
Battle for Endor.
For me,
Wilford Brimley's there.
Wilford Brimley is there.
You might get diabetes.
If you have that, he was only 37.
Looking older than Palpatine. Looking older than Yoda.
Yo, for real. I'm like, what's Richard? Yo, he came out the womb.
He was Benjamin Button.
He really was, and just never got younger. So, dude was in Cocoon, was 53 years old. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, how long was he in the thing? Because he looked in the thing.
Cocoon is no. Cocoon is 85 and the thing's 82, bro.
Yeah.
He was like 49 probably. Yo, that's what I'm like. It's insane.
Man.
But I do love him in that. But so she's like, dude, you're going crazy. What the fuck? This is not the man I married. I know there's still good in you. And he's like, bitch, that shit is gone.
And they fight, and then like Obi-Wan shows up, and isn't he like, you did this to me?
Yeah, he's like, oh,
you turned her against me.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and he's like, what? He's like, Obi-Wan, you trying to fuck my girl or what?
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, you want to go with Obi-Wan?
And Obi-Wan is like, she can't get any more pregnant, baby.
He's like, bro, now's the perfect time. So he's like, shoot. He's like, I'm about to shoot the club up, bro. Yeah. He's like, I'm let it go. He was on his Frozen. He was on a lava planet on his Frozen.
Wow.
Yeah, about to let it go. So he's like, you stupid bitch. Force chokes her, and Obi-Wan's like, what are you doing? Stop. Leave her alone.
Oh my God. Some of the worst.
The dialogue is bad. Like, I still think Ewan did as great of a job as anyone could with it.
Yes, he did.
Because he's good. So he's like, he can't be bad. He did his damnness.
He did.
Natalie couldn't make it work. He made it work, I think. So I'm like, he wrote decent dialogue for like Mace and them dudes, but the main three, I'm like, God, what the fuck? But she's basically like, he's like, yo, Padme, get the fuck up out of here. I got some business to handle. And he's like, all right, you want to fuck with me? It's about that time, huh? It's about that time. And bro, we get the best lightsaber battle in Star Wars history, in my opinion. Because my next favorite will be Luke versus Vader at Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Now, that's the best.
When he's like slamming down.
Oh, yeah.
That's maybe that's from Jedi.
Oh, no, that's Jedi. When Luke's slamming down on Vader, that's a good one, too.
Yeah.
I like that fight, but I like that fight because of the emotional context to it.
Yes.
The father-son back and forth. And Vader realizing, holy shit, wait a minute. I have 2 fucking kids, and I've never been a dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, shit. He's like, damn. And he's like, I don't even know my own daughter at all.
Wait. So what is Star Wars saying about black fathers?
They ain't there.
That's terrible.
That's there. That's why they got a black guy to voice him.
Yeah,
he's like
George Lucas is racist.
He is. He's like, and then he saw the light because then he married a black woman later.
Wow.
He was like, you know what? I'm gonna show these guys what a father is, because then he knocked her out. He was like, yeah, there's a reason I made Darth Vader dark. But no, so he's like, yeah, bro, you're an absentee father. But anyway, so Vader, or not Vader, well, we can call him that if you want.
Yeah.
Annie.
Well, yeah, because Palpatine's already calling him.
Yeah, he's already called. Yep, he called him Lord Vader when he swore him in.
Yeah.
So he didn't get to pick his name. He was just like, yo, I like this. This is what you are.
Yeah.
But so he's like, yo, let's get it. Man, they start going at it. And and it's great to see the fighting styles, because Sith Lords are more offensive and Jedi are more defensive. And you see it like that. Ewan's not throwing mad blows at Annie. He's waiting for the right time to strike. And Annie's just angry, like all on the offense, swinging and just running at him. And like, Annie was giving him some fucking work for a minute. I was like, damn, bro. Like, and then like, Ewan starts getting him back a little bit. And dude, these dudes, they're in that room with all the controls. They're tearing that bitch apart. They're going stupid in there. Man, these dudes end up on a fucking floating platform thing, literally a lava surfboard.
Yes.
And these dudes are fighting on that, doing backflips and shit on little ass like drone satellite. I'm like, y'all doing the most. I'd be like, Obi-Wan, can we do this shit back on Alderaan or whatever, bro?
Yeah.
Can we go to another like, do we have to do this?
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about it.
I'm like, we both gonna die, motherfucker. So
yeah.
They're going at it. And there's some great words exchanged between them while they're fighting, which we will cover in quotes. And it happens. Obi-Wan jumps off the platform onto the little, like, mountain type deal. And he's got the high ground. Don't try it. Well,
yeah, isn't that what he says? I have the high ground.
Yep, I have the high ground. Don't try it. You underestimate my power. Anakin, as the naive young child that he still technically is.
This is why he's not a master.
This is precisely why he's not a master. Anakin thinks he can outsmart Obi-Wan, and he jumps off this platform from a low angle. All Obi-Wan had to do was make one swift move with that lightsaber, and this motherfucker gave him a 3-for-1 special and cut off fucking both his legs and one of his arms. So this motherfucker's sitting there limbless, basically, with one arm holding on to the dirt, trying not to fall in the goddamn lava pit.
And believe it or not, it's the arm that the hand was already cut off.
It was already cut off.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like, hey, you already experienced this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, he took that pain well. He was just kind of like,
Well, honestly, it was already cauterized.
Yep.
So
that's the best part about getting cut with a saber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ain't got to fucking, you're not going to put no pressure on it, nothing.
Yeah.
You don't need to pour no whiskey on it.
Yeah. Put some more pressure on it.
No pressure required, bro.
Yeah.
You're good.
It's okay, Sergeant Horvath.
And Obi-Wan, he puts his lightsaber away, and he looks at Anakin, and he says some things which we'll cover in quotes. And he's like, but I can't kill him because he loves him, and that's his brother. And
I'll leave him to suffer. And to die. But I can't kill him.
I can't do it. He just couldn't do it. I would have killed him because I'd be like, listen, this motherfucker doesn't die.
Yeah.
He's going to be a fucking problem later.
Oh, yeah.
You think he was bad now. This is just the perfect villain origin story. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
This guy would come back with a fucking bang. And so, I mean, we could really blame Obi-Wan for everything if we want to be real.
Yeah.
Because Palpatine couldn't do it alone.
No. So Palpatine is the puppet master.
He is. But Vader is the key. You need Vader. And it's like, as soon as he got them limbs cut off, it's like he got strong as fuck, dude. So Obi-Wan leaves him there. He starts burning, bro, like burning bad. Yeah. Like his shorts catch on fire, and he just starts burning.
Yeah.
And he's screaming, oh, it's sad. I hate it. And
he's trying to pull himself up with the one arm.
Mm-hmm. And all while this is happening, we have another dope saber fight
with
Darth Sidious and Yoda.
Yeah.
They're going at it on this floating platform. I love that scene.
Yeah, in like the
It's
Senate,
like a hall. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like the conference hall or whatever, like meeting room or whatever you want to call it. It's like a courtroom almost.
Believe it or not, I believe it's in the Phantom Menace. The ones that you hate are actually in one of those seats. The ETs from ET are in there.
Oh, they really?
Yeah.
They put a lot of Easter eggs in the Phantom Menace. They did.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the Millennium Falcon parked in the Phantom Menace, too. There's a lot of stuff.
Spoiler alert, Dom hates ET, the extraterrestrial.
All right, guys, here's the deal.
He's a bigger fan of Mac than me.
We go watch that. Guys, listen. One of these days we'll cover ET, and I'll explain my issues with it. I don't hate it. It's just not nearly as good as people say it.
Wait, do you hate Reese's Pieces? Is that it?
Absolutely not.
Do you hate when kids get drunk?
Like Drew Barrymore?
No, I mean in the movie, not in real life.
No, I don't mind kids getting drunk. I mean, that probably doesn't sound right, but I can't say nothing about it. Well, they were kind of young, but like, I drank underage. I mean, shit. What can I say? Who am I to judge? But as long as they're not driving. But
are you upset because E.T. was doing proctology exams with that
long ass finger, and then he was shining a light on.
You see it like at the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's like light up like a fucking jack-o'-lantern, bro. So,
how long is his fucking finger?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, it never ends. So during this fight, bro, they do temporarily get Yoda out of commission, but Yoda he flees away and escapes.
Yeah.
And Yoda's been hanging out with the Wookiees too. He's been wooked out.
Yeah, because Chewbacca's there.
Chewbacca is there.
Yeah.
And Chewbacca's old as shit too. Like, Chewbacca's got to be like 300 at least. They say Wookiees have a long-ass lifespan.
There was a scene that, I don't know if it was cut or they didn't film it, but there's like concept art for it that shows like a young Han Solo on like Chewbacca's planet. That was supposed to be in this movie.
How do you pronounce it? Kiat? Kiat? Is that how you say it?
I think it's like, I can't do it.
It's like K-Y-Y-A-T-T. It's spelled all fucked up.
So we'll just call it the Jelly Planet. If it's K-Y-Y-Y.
The Jelly Planet, where things happen. It looks lit there, bro. They got like a nice ass. Yeah, it is. It's slick. It's oiled up. You know what I mean? It's never dry. Yeah, but that's where Diddy went to.
Baby oil.
He was like, "This is my planet." So Yoda flees away. He escapes, but he's sad because he's like, "Shit, man, shit is fucked up around here."
Yeah, in exile.
It's like, I gotta be out. So all the Jedis, they break out. They go into hiding.
And it's really only Obi-Wan and Yoda at this point.
Yeah. Everyone else is dead.
And Mace, if he survived.
And I think Mace did survive. I think he would survive. Mace was just too slick to die like that.
Oh, yeah. He's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
we said.
He cannot die like that. There's a reason they didn't show him die. Because George was like, look, I don't know what I'm going to do in the future, but I can't have Sam Jackson die.
Yeah.
So they're in hiding, and Palpatine senses, he's like, I think Lord Vader's in trouble, dudes.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, we got to go to Mustafar. So at least he gives somewhat of a shit.
Yeah. Well, he needs him for his machinations. Yeah.
So he pulls up to Mustafar. They find this motherfucker burning, bro, and is laying on the rocks. He's like, he's still alive.
Yeah, he's like, get a medical kit immediately. Yeah.
His voice. Yeah. So the medical kit comes up. They throw his ass in it. And them dudes are like, listen, bro, this motherfucker is fucked up. We gonna have to do some real operating.
This guy is toasted.
He's toasted, literally. He's toast. Like, so while he's getting fixed, his children are being born.
Yes.
And
that's that scene that we said where the doctor's like, we don't know what's wrong with her. She's dying.
She's just dying for no reason. He's like, so she's having twins. She pops it out. The fucking robot makes the weirdest noise when he like delivers a kid. He's like, and then he shows her, and she doesn't even think about it. She's like, Luke.
Luke.
That always bothered me. I'm like, when she went like, oh, I think I'll call
Luke.
Luke. Next. Like,
thank you, next.
And then she's laying there, and she's like, oh, he's like, oh, she's all right. And then she's just like, she's pushing the next one out. And
I started this family.
I've been getting you lately.
Yeah, you have been.
So he shows her, and she's like, Leia. And I'm like, very enthusiastic about your children.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan and R2 pull up. R2's like, yeah, man, I just saw the craziest shit, bro. He's like, I saw these motherfuckers, man. He's like, you wouldn't believe it. He's like, what's going on here? He's like, bro, this bitch is dying. And Obi-Wan's like, why? He's like, He's like, shit, she just dying, bro. And at that point, I think Obi-Wan was like, yo, I think I understand Anakin, though. Like, he did call this. Or he's like, man, Palpatine really hit her with that good ricin. Like, I don't know.
I wonder if, like, Lucas did it to make it kind of like a tragic love story, like Romeo and Juliet. Because even though Anakin becomes Darth Vader, like the Darth Vader that we know and love,
yes,
Anakin died at that moment.
He did. Anakin died at that moment, which they explained in the first one. He's like, bro, you told me my dad was dead. He's like, well, he is dead. The dad I knew you had is dead. Darth Vader's a whole different motherfucker.
And maybe that's why she kind of gave up and didn't hold on, because whatever good she said was in him.
That's just gone.
Yes.
The light has been, the lights out.
Yes.
Like, lights out. Black gear. So she dies, sad. But then we see the birth of the greatest villain ever put to screen. I could argue he's not a villain, but he's a fucking asshole. In Empire Strikes Back, he is an asshole. In Empire Strikes Back, Vader is fucking dirty, man. He is fucking dudes up left and right. I mean, he was bad at, from the moment you see him in the first Star Wars. It don't matter that you see the fingerprints on his the eye parts of his mask. It don't matter that his costume looks shitty as fuck. He's still so badass when he's chasing Luke down, bro. And he's dumping on, he kills all motherfuckers, yo. And Luke's like, God damn it, bro, this motherfucker's good.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this motherfucker might kill me. And then, you know, you get the famous line, Force is strong with this one from Vader.
Oh, yeah. But
this dude's just badass. And I love the scene where you see him constructing and putting the mask on his face and tightening it down, and you see the smoke come off like it's freshly built, and
then he starts breathing.
You hear that famous breath, and you're like, damn, that's him. That's how he got here. Yeah. And I'm sorry. I think it's a great origin story for Vader. We could fuck off with Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I mean, they're whatever. If you like them, they're fine. I like Phantom Menace, but Attack of the Clones. But I think the second half of Revenge of the Sith is fucking brilliant. I do. That's just me personally. But Vader, he gets leaned up on the little operating table, and Palpatine's there, and he's like, what's good, bro? How you doing? How my bitch? She good? He's like, actually, you killed her in your rage. And he's like, bullshit, she was alive. I could feel it. And he's like, nah, motherfucker, she dead, bro. And he just fucking this is when you see, this is why I felt like he got stronger. Bro, he starts destroying this. Palpatine even got scared. He was like, oh, shit, bro. Yeah. He's like, this motherfucker's pissed. He breaks out of his fucking shackles. He destroys everything around him. And he takes his first 2 steps. And he throws his arms down at his side. And he leans his head back. What does he say? And he yells, maybe the worst James Earl Jones acting ever. When I first saw that, I was like, he could have said nothing. It would have been better.
Yeah, or just scream, or just like no.
Anything would have been.
Yeah,
it's so theatrical, and I'm like, George, you wrote this. Like, you thought this was a good idea. At this point, it's funny because it's a meme now.
Yeah,
but like. Dude, I'm like, man, dudes are like, what the fuck? But the movie's so fire, though. You ignore all...
I told you, it's lava. It's not fire.
No, you're right. It's so lava. You ignore a lot of the shitty shit in it. Because this movie's flawed as fuck. It's so flawed. There's probably more flaws than good, but it sets up the future so beautifully. I can't help love it. And so... we know Vader's pissed, and we cut to Obi-Wan going to visit Uncle Ben. Or Uncle Owen.
Uncle Ben.
I thought
Ben. Rice? Or Peter Parker.
No, but you know they called Obi-Wan Ben. So I fucked that. So I was fucking up Uncle Ben. I meant Uncle Owen. who's played by Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, he is a young Joel Edgerton.
Yep, young Joel Edgerton. Which
Uncle Ben, bro, rice, baby,
rice, baby. Uncle Ben, baby, get that fucking Cajun style rice. So, my bad, Uncle Owen, yo. So you go see Uncle Owen and what's his aunt's name?
I only ever knew Uncle Owen.
She got a name, I just can't remember it. But Uncle Owen's a dick. Because he's basically trying to hold Luke back.
Yeah,
you know, he's like,
but he probably doesn't want the same thing to happen that just happened to his brother.
True, but he's like, this is a grown man. Luke was like 20. Wait. I'm saying in A New Hope.
Yeah, but is Owen Anakin's brother, or is he like the brother of
Padme?
No, like Anakin's mom.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I never thought about it.
That's a really good question. That's actually a great question. I think he's supposed. No. I think he's supposed to be Anakin's brother.
I thought so. That's what I always assumed.
I think he is. Don't quote me on that. I'm a Wars fan, but I never even fucking.
Yeah, but I'm like, wait, because that would sort of matter. Right?
I'm sure they've said it, and it's just messing me right now. Any Wars fan, deep Wars fans out there hearing this, drop in the comments who Uncle Owen is related to.
Yes, please.
But. Whatever. Uncle Owen's like, take the little motherfucker.
Actually, wait, I might look it up real quick now while you're...
All right. So Uncle Owen takes Luke and Jimmy Smits takes Leia.
Yes.
And it's kind of fucked up because Leia goes and becomes a princess and lives on Alderaan, and Luke has to live on fucking Tatooine where it's hot as fuck every fucking day because there's 2 goddamn suns. And I'm like, I'd far rather be Leia. She got the better life. He got to be a fucking farmer and shit.
He's Anakin Skywalker's stepbrother.
Okay. That's what I was like. I thought he was Anakin's.
He's the son of Cleag Lars, and he becomes Anakin Skywalker's stepbrother when Cleag marries Anakin's mother.
Anakin's mom.
Shmi?
Yeah.
Is that her name? Shmi?
I just think of fucking Hook.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, after Shmi and Cleag die, Owen inherits Moisture Farm and marries Beru Whitesun.
Yeah. Oh, yep, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Cool.
So it's Owen Lars is actually his name.
Yeah, Owen Lars. Uncle Owen Lars.
Yeah. All right, there we go. So that makes sense. It's his stepbrother.
Yep.
So it's his step-uncle?
Yep, step-uncle. Yeah. So, I mean, you grew up with this motherfucker your whole life. You're just your uncle.
Yeah.
But that's all he knew. It's the only father figure he had.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle Ben pulling rice out the oven.
Yeah. Well, it is a moisture farm. So.
Yeah.
So it might be rice patties somewhere.
Might be rice patties somewhere. So that's how it ends.
Yeah.
With Obi-Wan handing Luke off to Uncle O.
Yeah.
And just like when you're done with Empire Strikes Back, you feel empty. I feel every time I watch Revenge of the Sith, I feel empty. And I feel like I have to watch A New Hope to make myself feel full.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot you don't like about this film. But Jamie, you gotta appreciate it for the artistic merits, the world building, the look of it.
Honestly, when it first came out, I loved it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, sitting in the theater, I remember my son Evan was in 2005.
He had to be 4?
Almost. Because this came out in May.
Yeah.
So he would have been 4 in July.
Mm-hmm.
So I took him to see because he's a big Star Wars fan even then.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie was so long, he fell asleep right before the lava stopped.
Oh!
Isn't that awful?
Oh, man. That's
so, so I'm watching, I'm like, oh my God, he fell asleep. Oh.
Nice good shit's happening.
I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on.
He wakes up, what happened? He missed the fucking finale.
He became Darth Vader.
He did. He's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Damn. But it's this movie, man, it's one of my favorite Wars movies. As flawed as it is, I still love it. I think it's an achievement, a feat. Shout outs to George Lucas.
Honestly, it is, because I think I text you, it's probably one of the greatest green screen movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can tell most of it is green screen, but the special effects are that good.
Yeah, good. It feels real.
Yeah,
it feels real. The worlds feel real, everything.
And even Marvel movies, George Lucas.
Absolutely. We don't get Guardians and how great Guardians is without the prequels.
And even Zack Snyder's films, there's a lot of green screen work because of how he does special effects and films everything. So I'm sure those slow motion shots and stuff, you need green screen because you have to add everything later.
Zack Snyder's probably seen Revenge of the Sith 100 times. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's no way he didn't. And a lot of people do love this movie. It's I met this dude. I had a Star Wars shirt on. And he's like, "Oh, bro, you like Star Wars?" He was like a hippie dude. And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, which one's your favorite?" And I was like, "Probably Empire Strikes Back." He's like, "Dude, the best time. Drop acid and watch Revenge of the Sith. Life changing." I was like, "Probably, bro."
Drop acid.
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, watch Revenge of the Sith on acid, bro. It's awesome." Which I'm like, probably a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I've dropped acid before. And, I mean, I didn't watch Revenge of the Sith, but it probably would have been fun. But anything you watch on acid is going to be fun.
Yeah,
you can watch fucking a soap opera, you'll find somebody. But this movie is beloved. There's a lot of people I know who they're like, this is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess in the past 2 decades, it's really gotten
I think it's
bigger
gained,
audience.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's gained an audience. And a lot of people were like, well, thank God this one was at least good after the first two.
Yeah.
So,
but I enjoyed Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones when they came out.
Attack of the Clones. So I'm in theaters and I'm like, I was feeling it in the first half and then it started to slow down, but then it picks back up in the third act.
Yeah.
But just like you and everyone else, I was like, why is Yoda doing triple axles?
Yeah.
Lightsaber. Like, come on. Man.
I like Boba Fett as a character.
Oh, absolutely.
So
that's one of the best parts.
Like, okay.
Attack of the Clones is the Boba Fett origin story.
And, you get to see, that's one where Padme gets, like, her outfit ripped in half, right? So they, like, we're just going to show your midsection.
And then, that's when Annie gets back and sees it. His mom's been killed.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I'm like...
that's when it starts.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's the annoying part about Attack of the Clones is it's a necessary-ass movie if you're going to watch them all. You can't skip it. You can't be like, that one's bad. I'm not... You have to watch this. That one has probably more... It's a filler, but it's got so much that, it's crazy.
I think I figured out how Mace survived. When he fell out the window, I think Dallas Corbin's taxi cab was flying.
Who the fuck is Dallas Corbin?
You know who Dallas Corbin is?
No, who's that?
It might be Corbin Dallas, but either way.
What is that?
It's Bruce Willis from The Fifth Element.
Oh, that was his name. So he had an orange tank on with some suspenders.
Yeah,
that is the kind of cars they drive in the
It might be Corbin Dallas. I may have gotten his name if it was in a phone book.
I just always think of Mila Jovovich in there. The fuck was her name?
Lilu, yeah.
She's so fine. All I can think about is Lilu.
Yeah.
Multipass. Oh, God, I love her.
Ian Holm was good. Oh, and Chris Tucker.
Bro. Our boy, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, that's right.
He's weird as shit.
Yeah, Gary Oldman as Elon Musk, I think. Yes. Right? Is that who he plays in that?
Yeah, kind of. But Chris Tucker was definitely his most out there role, but I think he killed it.
And I want to call him Debo.
He is Debo. He's Debo to everybody.
Yeah.
Tiny Lister Jr.
Yes.
So, he president.
Yes.
Damn, it made me want to watch Fifth Element.
It's a great movie.
I don't know why I couldn't remember Bruce Willis's name. I do love him in that movie, too.
It might be Corbin Dallas, not Dallas Corbin.
It don't matter. We know he's a cab driver.
Yes.
A floating cab. Yes. Orange tank top.
And that's actually apparently Luc Besson ripping off the Inkle by Hodorowski and Mobius. That comic.
See? Hey, everybody knows Hodorowski's the man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Luc Besson. I love Luc Besson.
Yeah.
He's a legend. All right.
Have you seen Valerian?
We've talked about this with Cara Delevingne.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. It's one of the movies. That's one of the movies everyone's like so split down the middle.
Dude, it's the most expensive independent film ever made.
What was it, like $250 million?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, I know a dude. He's like, bro, Valerian's my favorite fucking movie. And now I know somebody else who's like, that is one of the worst movies I ever watched. So I'm like, man, it's crazy.
Believe it or not, it's based on the comic books that inspired Star Wars.
I might have to watch it though.
So when you watch it, you're kind of like everything feels derivative. But what it's based on came first. So it's kind of like watching John Carter and being like, this movie feels derivative.
Yeah, but like, we needed it.
But the source material has been around for 100 years before that film came out. So everyone raped that material for what we know. So everything seems, Yeah. Anyway,
recycled. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. All right. So MVP.
MVP. Believe it or not, it is not George Lucas.
It is not. I did not have George Lucas.
Ewan McGregor.
Yep.
And honestly, Hayden Christensen, Samuel L. Jackson, and to a lesser extent, maybe Frank Oz. Just because he didn't have as much to work with, but Yoda was still
Yoda.
Yeah.
I had all three of them plus Ian McDermott.
Oh yeah, you know what? Because Palpatine was such a
he's one of the better actors.
Yes,
He's definitely one of the better actors, especially to do it. His face, yeah. I'm like, oh my god.
You're right. He did a lot of crazy good acting for such a terrible script.
Yeah. So I was like, I had them for Hayden, Ewan, Ian, and Sammy. Peak season, it's got to be Hayden Christensen.
Sadly. Well, I don't know. I love him in Jumper. Is that
him and Sam Jackson back again?
Yeah. And Doug Liman directed it, right?
Yeah, I like Jumper too.
Yeah.
My pops loves that movie. When Jumper came out, bro, we watched that like 5 times.
Yeah,
bro.
That's actually a decent movie.
Yeah, it's just a fun little sci-fi. Fun little crime movie.
You know what? Because not many
this
people.
Movie's huge though.
Yeah, so it probably would be because. Even like the kind of resurgence with him now coming back as Vader, it's because of this movie.
It's because of this movie.
Yeah.
He got Jumper because of this movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, our peak season, I have to give it to Hayden. No one else. Not a soul. Every single other person in this movie has topped this.
Yeah.
At least, like, it was a huge movie, but as far as performance-wise,
even Ewan McGregor was better in, like, Winnie the Pooh.
Christopher Robin?
Yeah, Christopher Robin, yeah.
He is incredible.
That's great.
I fucking love that movie.
That's a great movie. One of my favorite lines ever is people say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing all day.
I do nothing all day. I do nothing.
Or every day. Every day. Yeah, and I'm like, it took me a couple seconds to realize what Pooh was saying.
Wow, that's the most.
And I'm like, holy
stuff
shit.
There just put life into perspective.
Yeah.
My only problem with that movie is why the fuck did they make Tigger look like he was 2,000 years old?
I don't know.
He's like gray and washed out. I'm like, Tigger looks like he's about to die.
Well, I mean, just the name is kind of racist. So maybe. It's like, what's up, my Tigger? You know, that's what they even said.
Yeah, I'm about to start saying that. Yeah, my cousin, she loves Tigger. She has a fucking Tigger tattoo on her top of her titty.
Wow.
I'm like, that's some hood shit.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers, Tigger's a wonderful thing, right?
It's a wonderful thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so... All right, best quotes. I'll handle this since I know you guys none.
I was trying. I think I sent you.
The second half you get way more because there's definitely a gap where I didn't write, and I was like, man, this is just bad.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not leaving without you, Master. Just as Count Dooku predicted. Kill him. Kill him now. Do it.
Yeah.
I was expecting someone with your reputation to be older. General Grievous will run and hide as he does. He is a coward. Something wonderful has happened. Annie, I'm pregnant. Well, no, that's wonderful. I was like, that's a real response. I'm like, that was a real response right there.
You know what? Just really quick, around this time, he probably would have been a really good, like, Spider-Man type.
Oh, he would have been a good Spider-Man. Yeah, actually, he would have been.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if Sam Raimi would have got a hold of him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he made Tobey Maguire a star. Tobey Maguire wouldn't be shit without Spider-Man. Dude.
Yeah, because
like, Pleasantville and all that was cool, but, like...
He was an indie.
He was an indie guy. I'm like, Spider-Man got
made him
money.
Mainstream.
Yep, and got all the money, so... He better be sending Sam Raimi a fucking Christmas gift every year to this day. You're so... beautiful, Hayden.
No.
You die in childbirth. Me? A master? I am overwhelmed, sir. God, it is bad, but I'm like, as I'm spitting these, I'm like, oh, this is
wrong. It's terrible.
You're on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master. They want me to spy on the Chancellor. That's treason. Anakin, our allegiance is to the Senate, not to its leader.
Oh, yeah, that is a good line.
Good line.
Yeah.
A prophecy that's misread could have been. They're planning to betray me and search your feelings. You know, don't you? He knew. The Jedi are selfless. They only care about others. I was like, bullshit. He could save others from death, but not himself. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. The Council will make his own mind, not the Chancellor. You are strong and wise, Anakin, and I am proud of you. Obi-Wan, may the Force be with you. That's like the only time you hear it in the whole movie.
Yeah, yeah. And then Obi-Wan says, "What? Goodbye, old friend.
Goodbye, old friend. May the Force be with you." Yep.
Yeah.
Something's happening. I'm not the Jedi I should be. I want more, and I know I shouldn't. There's no war here unless you brought it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there. General Kenobi, you are a bold one. Like you said, saw this dude smoke 20 packs a day.
And he's supposed to be like a robot.
Right? I'm like, y'all can't clear his throat. And
he's like coughing and
right? He's like, we ran out of metal. I got human lungs.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, they took like John Wayne's lungs.
Right?
And they're like, what?
Back away. I will deal with this Jedi slime myself. I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. To a dark place this line of thought will carry us.
Oh. Come on, if that's Yoda, you need to do a Yoda voice.
To a dark place this line of thought will carry us. I know there are things about the Force they are not telling me. You must break through the fog of the lies the Jedi have fed you. Are you going to kill me? I would certainly like to. I think Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord. A Sith Lord? Sam Jackson's like, what the fuck is that? That's how he was looking.
Yeah, huh?
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you are under arrest, Chancellor. You are under arrest, my lord. I have the power to save the one you love. He must stand trial. I'm too weak. Don't kill me, please. Dude, that scene is so good and so bad all at once. I'm like, it's so good, but it's so bad. I'm like, unlimited power. Just help me save Padme's life. I can't live without her. That's exactly how he says it. I pledge myself to your teachings. Do what must be done, Lord Vader. And that's what he first calls him. Yep.
Yeah.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy, and we shall have peace. The time has come. Execute Order 66. Which to me, that's when the movie really fucking starts.
Yeah.
Have faith, my love. How the fuck is she supposed to have faith when you out here acting crazy?
Yeah.
I'm going to end this war. And she asked him, are you going to kill Anakin? I will not kill Anakin. Which he did. Keep his word.
He did, yeah.
The boy you trained, gone he is. Use your feelings, Obi-Wan, and you will find him. You're going to kill him, aren't you? He has become a very great threat. They said you turned to the dark side? You killed younglings? Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
Oh, yeah.
He sounded all cartoony like that.
I know, because I think I sent you that right after I saw it. Because she's like, I love you. And he's like, love won't save you.
Love won't save you. Yep, love won't save you.
Yep.
Together, you and I will rule the galaxy. She's basically like, I didn't ask for all that shit.
Yeah, how are you going to rule the galaxy? Like,
right? The whole galaxy? That's a lot of ruling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obi-Wan was right. You've changed. I don't want to hear any more about Obi-Wan. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. I love you. Liar! It never fails. I can watch that scene 20 times and I'm going to laugh every time he does that, man. Man, I remember watching that, like, for the first time after, in a while, maybe like 8 or 9 years ago or something. And when he did that, I burst into fucking laughter. You turned her against me. You have done that yourself.
Okay, hold on. I have to say this. The crazy part is, like you were saying before, like our man GL is always like, "Hey, that was great, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And he might not be like Clint Eastwood, so this might not be like once and done take. This could be like the best take.
15th, 18th, 20th take. He's like, guys, we didn't spend $1 million reshooting this.
But it's the best one.
I hope that's not the case. I really hope he was on his Clint Eastwood. Was like, cool, that's it. God damn, that's the best you can. I'll be like, at this point, I'll be like, you know what? Give me a role. I'm going to act this shit because goddamn. Here's a good one.
Okay.
I see through the lies of the Jedi. I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, justice, and security to my new empire.
Mm. Oh.
You're going crazy.
That's the first time. Well, not the first time, but I guess continuity-wise, that'll be the first time he says empire.
He says empire, which we know that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, because it's Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
It's
Terrence Howard, Taraji P. Henson.
Yes.
The Juicy Smollett, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
The dude who said, I got beat up by these Trump supporters in downtown Chicago at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, like what?
So random. I was like, what Dave Chappelle say? He said, people were like, oh, you're black and you're not standing by him. He said, no, we are standing by him with our silence. Because we knew that motherfucker was lying. So funny. There we go. Oh, this is one of my favorite lines. Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yeah.
Or should I call you Darth Sidious? That was when Yoda walks in on Palpatine. Palpatine's sitting there like, I've been waiting for you, dog.
Yeah.
That's good. Faith in your new apprentice. Misplaced, maybe. I sense Lord Vader is in danger. Oh, this is one of my favorite lines, too. I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. Well, you sure fucking did.
Yeah.
I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. And he tries it.
Yeah.
And he failed. He didn't underestimate your power. You overestimated it.
Yeah.
You were the chosen one. You were sent to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn, I hate you.
Oh, yeah. He sounds like a petulant teenager. As he talking to his dad.
Instantly went 15 years old there. He turned a teen. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. And he bounces. He's still alive. And that's when they pull up on him.
Yeah.
It seems in your anger, you killed her. I got one more. No.
Oh, Lord. I do have one.
Oh, yeah. Throw it in.
It's from the Chancellor. It's actually a really good line, just in general, but it's from this film. All right? All who gain power are afraid to lose it.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Even the Jedi.
Even the Jedi.
Yeah. That's probably...
That's what, like... I think the best part about this movie, besides seeing Vader being born, is to show you that the Jedi were not perfect. There's a reason they ain't around no more when you get to the OT trilogy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's aged the best? I had
Hayden Christensen's acting.
Absolutely. I had the story, the choreography, and the action, and the CGI.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
The CGI still looks fantastic.
Oh, it looks great. I'm like, bro, this movie could have came out
yesterday.
7-8 years ago easily.
Even yesterday, depending on...
Especially, like, you look at, like, the aliens, they look great.
Yeah.
Damn. What do you got? What's aged the best? Same things?
Yeah, basically, because obviously not the screenwriting and not most of the acting. Mm-hmm. Honestly, now that we're talking about it, I do believe, like, Ewan McGregor is an amazing Obi-Wan because he did have huge shoes to fill.
Huge, husky.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Yeah. So I do like...
That's what I was like. I think Ewan McGregor was good in all three of them.
And you're right. Actually, Palpatine.
Ian's good too.
Ian McDiarmid, Yeah, his acting has aged like a fine wine. Yep. Because he's such an asshole.
And he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's 80.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Sam was good too, of course.
Sam Jackson's always
good. Ain't gotta worry about him.
Yeah.
What's aged the worst?
Well,
I had the dialogue, the direction, killing a room full of kids, and force choking your pregnant wife.
Yeah, that's true because you're technically force choking 3 people.
3 people. Point.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, so
yeah.
Good.
I honestly would have said all of those, and honestly, wasting talent.
Yes, a waste of talent.
Yeah, because
especially with Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie Portman is better than that.
Way better.
And I do believe Hayden Christensen is better than that.
Too. Watch Shattered Glass, bro. You'll see. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Most rewatchable scenes. When they save the Chancellor and Annie cuts off Dooku's head. The council meeting and when Annie meets with the Chancellor at the little opera thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
When Obi-Wan goes to kill Grievous. And Palpatine reveals to Annie his intentions. When they go to arrest the Chancellor and obviously Mace gets thrown out a window.
Yeah.
When they execute Order 66. When Annie murders a room full of little kids, unprovoked. When the Chancellor fights Yoda on the floating platform.
That is a great scene.
Of course, the big fight on Mustafar. When Annie gets chopped down. When Padme gives birth. And no!
So the birth of Vader.
Yes, the birth of Vader.
But don't forget, like, that opening scene is pretty good, too. When, like, Anakin and R2-D2 are flying in.
Oh, flying in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the opening scene.
This is where the fun begins.
Yep, this is where the fun begins.
Yeah.
It does start out hard, bro.
Yeah, so, honestly, and that's almost...
That's all the main... that's everything that pushes the story forward.
Yes, yeah.
So, all right, best characters. I had Annie, Padme, Obi-Wan, Palpatine, Grievous, Yoda, R2, and Mace Windu. Yes. Some of these people will be featured in worse characters.
Yeah. Honestly, I guess Jimmy Smits, he wasn't in it enough.
He's not in it enough. That's my only issue. He's not in it enough but he is good.
Yeah.
He's in
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones more. Yeah. I was like, he's got a much.
And I think in Phantom Menace he's in there too.
Yeah. So I'm like, this was his smallest role. Worst characters. I had Annie, Palpatine, Grievous, Windu, Yoda, C3.
Yes.
And I'm doing C3 dirty because he ain't in it enough, but I still threw his ass in there.
Did you have R2 in best?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
R2 is one of my favorites.
So actually, that's another thing that's aged well is like R2's
role.
Just being around.
Well, yep. Just think about it. R2 saw, he saw Anakin die. He saw Padme die. He saw Luke and Leia born, and he saw him die.
Yeah,
I'm like, he's seen everything.
He has.
He's like, I seen it all, feller. As I'm like, you plug him into a computer, man. You gonna see some shit.
You know what? You should pitch to like Lucasfilm.
Like an R2 spinoff of his memories.
Yeah, from his perspective.
Right? Because I'm like, we don't get his perspective. And we should, because he is always there.
Yeah.
He's seen it all.
Yeah.
And, people might forget he's there, but his little trash can ass is somewhere in the corner, lurking around, just recording. That little thing on his head, the camera, he's just recording.
So trash can ass?
I mean, he is a little trash can. That's what he is.
Yeah, he is, yes.
Nitpicks. I said, how did Obi-Wan live when that big-ass thing fell on him in the beginning?
Yes, yeah.
How the fuck did these dudes not boil to death on Mustafar?
That's true. You think the temperature would have just cooked them?
Yo, it's like I said,
they're too close for the lava to begin with.
It's 1,000,000 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
You got any nitpicks? I'm sure you got a lot.
It's really just like the dialogue, and if I say the direction, it's more like how Lucas directed the actors.
Actors, yeah. Like the direction of the film itself is good.
Yes,
it's the acting direction,
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, like couldn't someone have like ghost directed those parts at least?
Right,
let him do the special effects and stuff.
Spielberg, bro.
Yeah,
like
my god,
Spielberg.
Just imagine
they co-directed this, and Spielberg did the human shit.
Yeah,
Lucas like set the stages.
Yeah,
we're looking at another Empire Strikes Back, possibly, like
or maybe even better.
I don't know
because of the way Spielberg.
Yeah, Spielberg. Because Spielberg he did want Spielberg to direct Empire, but
really?
Yeah, but he couldn't do it. It was some kind of deal with the guilds or whatever. It was some kind of legal shit why he couldn't direct it himself.
I mean, Irving Kershner did a great job.
Oh, he killed it.
He did. But
I'm like,
imagine if Spielberg would have done it. God damn.
I mean, Empire Strikes Back is already my second favorite film ever. Empire Strikes Back might be like my negative second favorite film. I don't even know like how you can beat number one. It's like it goes 0 at Empire, and then it goes Boogie Nights at 1.
Yeah,
that's it. All right, recasting couch. This is going to get interesting. All right. Okay. Annie, who'd you have for Annie?
Okay, now, I do have one question.
Uh-huh.
How tall is your boy, Jacob Elordi?
Don't tell me that's who you pick.
Is that who you put?
What? He's too tall, though. He's 6'4", I think.
No, but Vader's supposed to be tall.
And I thought about that.
That's what I was thinking.
So I thought about that because I was like, dude, I was like, Hayden Christensen's probably like 5'10" or 11.
Yeah,
but
he might be like 6 foot.
He might
tops,
be 6 foot.
But Vader's like 7 feet tall.
Yes, I was like, Vader is tall, and I was like, Jacob Elordi would be good for the Darth Vader because I was like, so I was racking my brain. And I was like, I could go Austin Butler, but I was like, I don't like him for that. I was like, I would think Jacob Elordi would be good.
Yeah.
But that was the one thing holding me back. I was like, he's fucking huge.
But that makes more sense for Vader later.
It does. And I was like...
Because I was thinking originally Dominic Sessa...
I thought about him.
Really?
Yes. I was like, he's just so scrawny. That was the only thing. I was like,
so
he put some weight on...
Christensen, kind of.
Christian put a little size on for it. But I'm like, if we can get him in the gym, I liked him too. But I was like, is he too ugly though?
Well, put the long hair on him, and because Jacob Elordi, I was thinking because of his size, you put him in the suit, he'd be menacing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I'm like, Jacob Elordi's a big dude, so that is who I picked.
That's funny.
Should we go with Jacob Elordi?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah,
go with Jacob Elordi. I'm glad you thought of him because I was asking a few people, and they're like, you want Jacob Elordi? He's too tall. I'm like, who cares?
But Vader's fucking tall.
That's what I was like. But when he becomes Vader, he's long.
Because the dude, David Prowse, was huge.
Oh, yeah. He was, what, 6'7"?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Huge.
So, anyway.
Padme, who'd you have?
Haley Steinfeld.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Just watched her in Sinners.
Yeah.
She has a similar look.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Jewish.
Yeah.
I went with Kaylee Speeney.
Oh.
Pair up with Elordi.
Oh, yeah,
Again, they did Elvis and Priscilla.
Yeah.
But I do like, I'm cool with either one of them. I like Haley Steinfeld, too. Haley Steinfeld might be a little bit better because she's 5'8".
Oh,
so she'll match with Elordi's height more.
Yes,
So, actually, that was a good pick. I didn't even think about her. And I just watched her in a movie I love. Obi-Wan.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Is he too old?
No, he's the perfect age.
Because I think Ewan was only like 35 in that movie.
Yeah, but Obi-Wan is supposed to be older.
He is.
Even though Ewan was 35.
I love him for that. How fucking old is Benedict? Like 50?
He's like a year older than me. He's probably 48, 49.
Okay. I do love that. I love him for that.
Yeah, because I think he could bring that sort of...
oh, he's got the charm. He's got the charm.
The Alec Guinness.
Yes. He's definitely got that classical like vibe to him. Because I'm like, if he was 10 years younger, fuck yeah.
Because I was trying to think of like a good British actor.
He still looks young too.
Yeah, he does.
I like that a lot, actually.
Because I think he's the only one that could bring gravitas is the only word I could think of, but that same kind of you know how like Alec Guinness sort of like made everything seem he elevated
every single scene he's in. Yeah.
And I think Cumberbatch has
he wouldn't do that. I like that. I went with your boy Andrew Garfield.
Oh shit. He looks young though. That's the problem.
Well, Andrew, he's 42.
Yeah, but if he shaves his beard.
But Obi-Wan,
he would have a beard.
Yeah.
You know what? God, I do love Andrew Garfield.
I do love Andrew G. And I think he paired well with Elordi because they're both a little on the taller side.
Yeah.
G's like 6'2". So I'm like...
You know what? Yeah. Garfield's better.
I was like...
You know what? Yeah.
I think they work well together.
And honestly, especially for those scenes where he's like, you were supposed to be the chosen one. Mm-hmm. I've seen, you've seen Andrew Garfield emote so well.
He's incredible.
Yeah,
especially after I watched that movie Silence, that Scorsese movie he did. I was like, Andrew G, I'm looking at you all different.
Well, did you see that one where he was the guy who wrote Rent? Tick, Tick, Boom.
Tick, Tick, Boom.
Oh, my God. Incredible.
Andrew G, man.
Yeah.
He's the man.
I mean, obviously, he's my favorite Spider-Man, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is your
favorite. Because I do love him as Spider-Man.
I like his attitude. He reminds me, I would play Spider-Man like he played him,
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Palpatine.
Paul Giamatti.
Oh, that's nice.
You like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. I had two because I couldn't pick. I like Paul G, though. He's so good. He can play anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then if we did end up going with Sessa.
I know. They'd already had chemistry.
I like Paul G. I had two because I couldn't pick. I had Nicolas Cage and Woody Harrelson.
See, Woody Harrelson was already in Solo.
Oh, shit, he was.
Yeah.
You are correct to cut him.
And Nicolas Cage might be too over the top.
See, lately, though, Nicolas Cage been dialing it back in recent years. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage might actually be really good because his uncle is good friends with George Lucas.
That is true.
Even though Lucas really doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars anymore. But, actually, Nicolas Cage...
I think I like Giamatti more, though.
Really? I think he could bring more to it.
Yeah. He's more natural.
Yeah.
And I feel like... Because Giamatti's played some good villains in his day.
Pig Vomit in...
what the fuck movie is that?
The Howard Stern movie. Private Parts.
Private Parts, yeah. Yep, dude. 12 Years a Slave. He plays an evil fuck.
He played John Adams.
Compton. He plays fucking Jerry Heller.
Really?
Yeah, he kills it.
Wow.
That's one of his best roles. And it's crazy because then he can do a movie like Win-Win or The Holdovers.
Win-Win was really good.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
And like
the wrestling movie.
Yeah.
Just
grab your heart right there. Yeah, Win-Win's great. I'm glad you're seeing it because no one's seen it.
Yeah.
Whenever I bring up Win-Win, like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. I saw that when it came out.
Yeah, I did too, bro. I was like 2011 or something like that.
Yes, that is around the time it came out.
Yeah, I think we should go with Paul G.
Is Amy Ryan in that movie?
Yep.
Because she was from The Daily Show.
Yep.
And I think that's why I wanted to see it.
I loved her in that movie. She was hot back then, bro. She had that little milfy thing going on. You know I like my mommies.
Yeah, you do, yes.
All right, yeah, we'll go with Paul G. For Mace.
Your boy, Michael B. Jordan.
Too young.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, Sam Jackson's like 50 in that movie. More than, bro. Sam Jackson's like almost 80, bro. Sam Jackson's got mid-50s.
So are you thinking more like a Taye Diggs or something?
Hey, that's a good. I like that.
Yeah,
he's already bald.
Yeah, it just popped in my head. Actually,
I think I like Mike. I think I might like that more than who you picked. I went with Idris.
Oh,
right age.
Oh yes, yeah.
But he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And Taye Diggs is probably a little closer to Sam Jackson's size.
Yeah.
Damn, I like it. He's like perfect age right now.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And he's a great actor.
He is a great actor
because he's like. Broadway.
Yeah, he's classically trained.
Yeah.
Cora came up with a good one. She said, what about, for a fun time, Jamie Foxx?
You know
he's the right age now, bro. Jamie Foxx in his mid-50s.
Well, look, if you're going to go that route, do Damon Wayne. Because he's bald already. Right?
Oh, God.
Right?
He is already
bald. Because I love Damon Wayne.
I do love Damon Wayne. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah. I think I like fucking Taye Diggs.
Yeah, Taye Diggs, he doesn't get as much love as
he surely doesn't. He should get way more love than he does. Because, like, he's amazing in that show, All American.
Oh, yeah.
He is so good in there. I like Taye Diggs a lot. The look is there. And, like, his acting style is probably the closest to what you would want from Mace out of them guys. So, yeah, Michael B. was 15 years older, maybe.
Yeah, because he's in his mid-30s, right?
Yeah. I think he's 37 or 8.
Yeah.
So still young. And God, he's too fucking jacked.
Well, he's going to be wearing robes.
Yeah, you don't have to get the 2X on him, bro. In Sinners, my man's arms look like he put someone else's arms inside of his. I was like,
Really?
damn. I'm like, he been working out hard. I'm like, shit. Yeah, I like Taye Diggs, bro. So Jacob Elordi, Haley Steinfeld, sorry, Jewish. Andrew G.
Yes.
Paul Giamatti, and Taye Diggs.
Yeah.
I fucks with that. Director, who'd you pick?
I
with Snyder?
I did, but then we were talking earlier. What about Luc Besson?
Oh, that's fucking fire.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I know. I'm upset too. We were just talking about him earlier, though, and
that's got to be it.
Yeah.
That has to be it.
Yeah.
It has to be it. I went with Matt Reeves to write and Matt Reeves to direct and Snyder to write.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for writing, I put Denny from Dune.
Villeneuve?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because he's good with the space.
You won that one.
Epics.
Yeah, you won that one. Luc Besson and Denis.
Because Luc Besson is good with the special effects and all that
sci-fi.
Stuff. And he's good with the action. And the acting.
Yep.
The action.
He actually gets good performances too.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, you can think about The Fifth Element, you can think about Lucy,
honestly,
Marion.
Transporter.
Oh, yeah.
The first one.
I forgot he did the first Transporter.
Yeah.
I forgot he did that. I love that.
Yeah.
Statham.
Yeah, that's what made Jason Statham an action star.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Luc Besson, and I do like Villeneuve for the writer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you beat me on this recast.
I'm sorry, my friend.
All good. Unanswerable questions. I had a couple. Does Mace Windu actually die?
I think we figured out that Luc Besson saved him.
He saved him, yeah. And that's why he's going to direct the remake.
Yes.
How many Jedi were actually killed in Order 66?
That's a good question, because how many were there to begin with?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Because if there's only 2 Sith Lords, how did 2 Sith Lords kill every Jedi? That is the question.
Smart planning.
Yeah.
Caught them off guard. None of them were expecting it.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. They caught them off guard. They did a good job. They got Obi-Wan away from everything. Everyone was distracted.
Yeah, because I guess Obi-Wan and Yoda
players were all distracted. Yoda's trying to deal with Palpatine. Mace is at this point, Mace is dead.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan's trying to deal with Grievous. So it's like all the main guys who would stop this are tied up.
Because those 3 were like they're
the main dudes. They're the big dogs. They made decisions and they executed the action. So it's got to be a few hundred.
It has
at least.
to be.
So, I mean, just the younglings alone was at least 25 in there. Like, there was bodies on the floor. Did Obi-Wan sense the change in Annie and just decided to ignore it?
Hey, that's a good question. Because he was with him after like the stuff with his mom.
I was like, he knows the darkness that lies inside of him.
So
firsthand.
So he probably just figured it would subside if that subsided.
Yep. Or he's just like, he's a good kid and just ignored it.
Yeah.
Just ignored his feelings.
Wow.
Because I'm like, you gotta Obi-Wan, he's trying to play the neutral game through the whole thing. But I'm like, bro, if all these other dudes sensed it, you had to have too. There's no way you didn't too. And you just were like, that's my brother, no way. My feelings are off. Mm-hmm. Prop you want from the movie is pretty easy.
R2-D2.
Oh, is he a prop?
I need a trash can.
You do? You're right. You throw some shit away.
Yeah.
You're correct.
No, I would say R2-D2, man.
If I can take him, that wins.
Yeah.
I thought of him a little more on a human level. But
how dare
we'll take him.
He's a droid.
He is a droid, but he has feelings and emotions. I mean, you've seen him defending Luke against Yoda and Empire.
That's true.
Just trying to take his leg and he starts smacking him with that stick.
That's right.
Swamp, my home this is.
Yeah.
I need to get so big eating food of this kind.
Yeah.
Yoda, you seek Yoda. He said, you know him?
In exile, I must go.
Yeah, I'm out of here, I said. I had the purple lightsaber.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mace isn't using it.
Yep, he got no use for it. I'll take it. I'll keep it safe for you, fella. So that's the film, man. I'm like, hey, May the 4th be with you guys.
Yes, May the 4th.
Jamie, give it an honest grade.
Believe it or not, as far as like fun factor, I give it an A.
Oh yeah,
but like everything else,
you got to factor in the bad.
I'd say at least a solid B.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, but it is a fun time because being a Star Wars fan, you're still gonna love it.
Still gonna love it. That's all. If you're a fan of the Wars, you will like it.
And even if I'm one of those weirdos. Like I like Star Trek, I like Star Wars, I like Battlestar Galactica, I like Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's room in my heart for all of them. I'm not
all these other guys are like, I only stick to my lore, bro.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, only Sith Lords deal in absolutes.
Absolutely. So everyone else is Sith. You're the real Jedi.
Yes. Because that's how it should be. Because you should be able to have everything interact, at least in your mind at one point in time. That's why you have Comic-Cons and people in cosplay. You'll see, or the Ren Fair. You'll see Doctor Who and Stormtroopers.
Doctor Who and the Stormtroopers banging. I saw a dude dressed up like Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yeah.
And then he was with somebody from an entirely different universe.
Yeah, and it's okay.
Yep.
Like, it's all right. It's okay if, like, Superman and Captain America get along.
Yeah.
Even though they're Marvel and DC, it's okay.
They can get along because they're kind of the same guy.
Sort of.
Superman shit out of Captain America, but
back in
their values.
In 96 and 97, there was a crossover called Amalgam where they combined for like 1 month Marvel and DC. So Super Soldier was a combination of Superman and Captain America.
Holy shit. I don't want to deal with that.
Dark Claw was a combination of Batman and Wolverine.
That's dope. That's the combo I want right there.
They did one like regular issue the 1 year. The next year they did the Dark Claw Adventures, and it was done like Batman the Animated Series, but it's Dark Claw.
Well, I was watching that last night. Man, that's some good shit. All right, let me grade this thing.
I'm sorry.
You're good. No, you're good. Let me give it a grade. So my heart obviously is like,
you would say A+.
I want to say A+, but let's keep it real. This is not an A+ movie. There's A+ qualities to it.
There is, yes.
So I don't give a shit. I'm still giving it 90%. A-, 90%. I love this fucking movie.
Yeah,
it is one of my favorites.
You know what? I understand because you're a big Vader fan.
I'm a Vader fan. I'm a Vader fan.
Yeah.
You can't not like Revenge of the Sith and be a Vader fan. You have to. You gotta like it. I'm a huge Vader fan. Without Vader, Star Wars would just be okay.
Yeah.
Vader is the man. He gets shit popping. He's interesting. He's one of the best created characters ever.
What we should do, and I think I suggested this last year or whenever, and I can't remember because we ended up not doing it because I forgot about it and it was too late. We should do A New Hope next year, but also read at least the comic book version of the original script.
Oh.
Where Anakin is separate from Vader. Where Anakin is like the main character and Vader is someone else.
So Luke.
Yeah, so then we can like kind of compare like what changed from like the first draft to the 77 draft. Yeah. And why. And obviously we could then compare like the first draft that had Anakin and his father Deke, I think it was, but they were Star Killer.
That was a Star Killer. Yes, I do actually know about this comic book. What's it called? The Adventures of Star Killer or something like that?
No, it's actually I think it's just called The Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the subtitle of the first script.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. It was The Adventures of Anakin Starkiller.
Yeah, so it was like, that's crazy.
Because his dad was there, Deke, and Luke Skywalker was like a general. Yeah.
I did know that.
So it would be interesting to kind of see what was repurposed for the prequels.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Now, will we remember? That's the question.
I think we will.
Okay.
We'll at least remember to do New Hope.
Yeah, New Hope at least.
We'll at least remember that. So, guys, look out for it in about 365 days.
Yeah. May the 4th be with you next year.
May the 4th be with you. Always.
Always.
Yeah, always. All right, guys. I'm Dub.
I am Jamie.
It's the Cutting Room Floor.